We have a big episode coming to you today on JM Live. What happened?
I don't hear it.
What happened? What happened? Count me down again. We're live.
Why couldn't we hear?
We have a big episode coming. I hear myself. So it's a huge episode of JM Live. We have streakers in Disneyland.
Phone stop.
Suing Oates, the best duos of all time. Zoe D'Amalia will join the show.
Nice.
JM Live is live. And welcome in to another episode of JM Live. Today is Tuesday, November 28th. I am Dan Canobbio. That is Joez McFly. And together we form a union that is JM Live, coming to you every Tuesday morning here on the JM Entertainment YouTube page.
Love it, Pop.
It's the first Tuesday after Thanksgiving. Joez, how was your Thanksgiving? How are you doing today?
It was great. It's it felt like a nice little mini vacay because it's like, you know, you get the Thursday, the Friday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After a while, I was like, yeah, I need to do some work. I started feeling like unproductive after a while, but it was awesome. The day of, I ate at a wonderful time.
I saw that. Joez, you ate at 7:05?
7:05. That's a record in my family.
2 hours before usual times that you eat.
Yes. 2 hours before the usual time. That tweet kind of banged. And TikTok, shout out to the TikTok crowd who made that.
Did the family see that clip that has now circulated over 500,000 views and then that maybe inspired your family to cook faster?
No. Yeah, my mom didn't see that. But the food was, you got to understand, the food was done at 5. Nobody can touch it. Oh,
there he is. That's a king right there.
Very happy.
The ketchup was the main. There's always something that people online have to poke at.
Yeah. Oh, the ketchup.
People are focused on the kid, not the plate, not the Johnny Walker, not a father of two enjoying Thanksgiving dinner. It's immediately, what's the ketchup about?
Yeah, ketchup was because I was eating pastel en hoja, which is something that's made out of
ketchup.
No, it's not. It's like
potato.
You could put ketchup and hot sauce on it. It tastes really good.
That's your plate. I love the lasagna.
Yo, the lasagna.
I didn't even have lasagna, and I'm an Italian man.
Bro, the Spanish people always figure out a way to throw in some kind of pasta, a lasagna,
zero greens,
ziti,
zero greens,
no greens. There's no greens.
Not one piece of green.
There's no greens.
Rob, you pull mine up.
Yeah.
People were getting on me.
Yeah, people were.
A lot of boxing. Get through this, Chris Algieri.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I ate at 5.
Nice.
It would have been a little bit earlier, but my mom forgot the stuffing. So it delayed things.
It?
No, I didn't forget making it. It was my mom makes everything like the week of.
Yeah.
And then it's all in the other fridge in our side apartment, and then she brings everything out and heats it back up.
Okay.
She was like, "Oh my God, I forgot the stuffing is still in the fridge." So she had to go put it in the oven, 350 for like 30 minutes. Not a big deal. It was an amazing Thanksgiving meal.
Awesome.
But we delayed it a little bit. Here I am. Got a lot of weird messages too. First one, you had a homeless shelter? And my whole family was perplexed by some of these comments. We were trying to figure out, my one brother was like, "Oh, it's your shirt." I was like, "What?"
You look, yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Is it giving off homeless shelter vibes?
It just looks like in the back there was a line also. So it looks like people.
Is it the stainless steel fridge?
Is that your mom serving back there? You know?
Yeah, my mom is serving. There's a line. It does kind of like, I guess it gives off like homeless shelter vibe. I guess someone said just what's up with those plates? They're too small. Like, it's the angle. It's not a good angle.
People were upset that I was eating on a paper plate, and I'm like, bro, we had a lot of people there, and the dishes were already crazy.
Dude, it's so easy. Like, why
Paper
anybody
plate,
cares
anything
about
that makes it
paper
easier.
plates and
Yeah.
Anything that makes it easier for the whoever's doing the majority of the work, whether it's mom, dad, aunt, uncle, cousin, like whatever makes it easier for them, because that's what Thanksgiving is kind of like crazy in terms of just cooking a massive meal for a ton of people. I think it's the best. I solidified it as the best holiday.
What the fuck kind of plates do they give away there at the soup kitchen?
What the hell? Like what?
That's crazy.
Like my one brother is like, how do you have 190,000 views on this? I was like, I don't know, man.
I think it's your smile too. Your smile, it's like you don't.
I haven't eaten in a few days.
Yeah, and you're happy to be there, but you don't know how to react.
Yeah.
You
It was
know?
a weird picture to begin. It's weird. That's what the internet is. Taking
Did
weird
you
pictures.
ask somebody to take that?
My brother, yeah,
Oh, okay.
Jamie, and he was perplexed by how many people cared about what was like the immediate response on
Way
Twitter. He's
too
blown
late.
away by that.
It was 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Who said way too late?
This guy.
5 is the perfect time, in my opinion.
Listen, there was some crazy pictures. I mean, Bobby Skinner was like, it's 12 o'clock, I'm eating, and I was looking at his food. I was like, I'll wait till 9.
Wow.
That turkey,
dry?
that looked raw, like raw.
Some people eat at 11:30 a.m., which I thought was
Okay,
wild.
that's breakfast.
Why?
Eat like when the first game comes out, and then
You're eating deli.
you just keep eating all day
Deli
long.
turkey. No, that's too much. And you know what? The Thanksgiving is nice and famous for its leftovers as well, because the next day or whatnot, you can make some, whether it's turkey sandwiches and they taste awesome, or we have like pernil, so we'll have like those pork sandwiches.
Put on that
Can
potato.
you bring some of that in? I've never had.
It's so good, bro.
Pernil. They have it over at
Pernil.
Sophie's over on
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
do they? Okay.
But
6th
you
Ave.
gotta be careful. Sometimes they make it, like the.
I want some McFly.
It needs to be
pernil.
crunchy. Like the outside has to be nice and crunchy. If it doesn't crack, then you got to send it back.
Put that on some potato bread.
Oh yeah, you
Potato
can put that on
buns.
some potato
You
bread.
should get that on a shirt for next Thanksgiving. If it doesn't crack, send it back.
If it doesn't
Joey
crack,
Crack.
send it back.
Joe cracked the Don.
Listen, today's Tuesday. If you still have leftovers in your fridge, you're getting arrested.
Yeah, it's too much.
Okay?
What's the cutoff?
Throw
Sunday?
it up. I mean, it's already, what are we, 5 days in?
No, if you're eating it now, then you're
Sunday. I think
playing
Sunday.
with fire.
Sunday is.
Sunday by
By
Saturday.
Sunday, they should all be gone.
Well,
By
like, I have some desserts in the fridge. Is that
I mean, desserts, there's certain things
I have
that.
one piece of cheesecake left.
That's fine.
Okay.
There's certain things that you can, have longer shelf life. I mean,
Saving it for a special occasion.
cooked turkey. First of all, the turkey was killed a long time ago.
Dan, did you see Bobby Skinner's
Seasoned. It was
turkey?
hard.
No. Let's take a look. Oh, that thing is primed.
Murdered.
It's like the giant season.
And I put
Those
out.
are like baby carrots, like carrots that you dip in hummus that they just cooked.
That's horrible.
No, I think that was a joke.
I hope. I put out
He's a troll,
a.
Bobby. He can troll with the best of them.
I found out people actually introduced me to a new way to make turkey, because I only knew 2 ways. One of them is the deep fried, and then the just the regular oven roasted one.
Right.
People said smoked turkey is superior.
Ooh.
Put it in the smoker.
Yeah, and they're saying that it is elite, that it blows the other ones away. So next year I'm gonna try to see if I could get a smoker in the house, and I'll do like a.
Don't
smoked
blow up the house.
turkey. No, don't want to do that.
Everyone else had a good Thanksgiving, Rob?
Yes.
Yeah, man. It was great.
Nice.
It was lovely.
Dre? Thumbs up from Dre. Thumbs up from Mikey. Everyone outside had a good one. How about people on the train, on the subway?
Oh, dude.
See this video that was circulating around? Only in New York. This is the videos that everyone outside of New York City, they say, wow, New York City's a crazy place.
Bro, on the train today, there was a guy that was so mad.
Look at this.
Oh yeah, this happens. Yeah, this is normal.
Like, I've seen weird things on the subway. Even me, like a grizzled vet like us, Joe's 10 plus years, 15 plus years in the city riding the subway. This would honestly throw me off too.
I don't just eat anybody's food. I'll be honest with
No.
you. Like, I don't know.
Eating subway food is nuts.
You don't ride the subway though.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
But
but
my
this-
luck, the first day I go down there, and this is what happens. We got full plates.
Listen,
12,
And they're like
12 packs
making,
of
they're
Sprite.
making you eat. Just eat it, and you're just like, I just ate lunch.
And they're shoving it in my face.
I used to. It's funny because I used to work door-to-door sales before, and I went to like people's house, and I always appreciate when people let me in or whatever it is. I gotta
Take
know.
your shoes off.
Yeah. I don't know when you always wear nice, clean, colorful socks or a conversation for you. Anyway, so I went in. The lady had a bunch of cats, and she's like offering me like stuff. I'm like, oh, I just ate
Cats?
So, a bunch of cats.
She's asking you for. She has a bunch of cats, and then she's offering. And, you said I just ate. She's offering you cats to eat.
No, she had cooked some food.
Cook some cats.
I don't know what she cooked.
How did it smell in there?
It smelled like a cat.
Okay.
But I was just like, I'm not, cat hair all over the place. I'm like, yo, I'm all right. I just ate. I'm fine, bro. You can't eat just anybody's food, guys.
You ever walk into?
I appreciate
when
it,
you were
though.
doing the Verizon and your other sales door. Do you ever walk into a house that wasn't like?
Wasn't what?
Just disgusting.
I walked into every single scenario. It felt like, and it was awesome.
Murder scenes.
I walked into people doing some illegal activities. I'm not out here. I'm not.
Mirrors
snitching.
Involved?
Huh?
Mirrors?
I mean, I've seen stuff, so I was just like, I just mind my business. I'm just trying to make a sale.
Like I'm just here to put in your coax and give you some.
I don't install
internet.
it. I just sell it.
But Lou Dab installed it. I
Well,
learned this during BB4. Taping.
He worked as an installer. He wasn't installing my sales.
Joe's would do the sales, then Lou would come in and install.
Oh, what a tag team!
I mean, it wasn't necessarily
Loosely.
like that. I'm selling everywhere, but like
Joe's before JM is a whole. It should be like a book.
That's a documentary.
What are the other jobs you had?
My resume is mostly sales. I've done every single sort of sales.
Like what?
Like I've done whether it's retail. I sold diamonds. I've done
Blood diamonds.
door-to-door sales. I've done over-the-phone sales.
Knives, door to door.
No, not knives.
Doors, knife to knife.
Not knife to knife. What are you talking? I've sold like to businesses and all that stuff. I've called like Fortune 500 companies.
Why can't I find you on LinkedIn?
Yeah, pull up your resume.
I never had a LinkedIn. This is before all that shit. Like,
and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna go to this Yankee game. They're playing the Red Sox, and Devers hits a home run.
I started in 2017.
Next thing you know.
In 2017, I started doing a vlog.
And the rest is history.
Crazy. It was awesome.
You got the uncle sweating at Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I love Thanksgiving, man. Thanksgiving is amazing because it's just
a lot of family stuff.
I solidified it as the #1 holiday because it's all predicated around food,
yes,
family, football, time off, and family. Like family. Like this is hilarious.
And no
like the videos coming, like your uncle sweating from the head down because he's probably eating something really. He's about to eat it too. Like, am I gonna start sweating like that?
He's probably thinking like, yo, I hope the sweat didn't fall on the food.
Dude, he was leaking like Ewing at the foul line.
Yeah, that's crazy.
What is he eating? It's something's got to be spicy.
Bro, he just played 48 minutes.
My dad
sweats Jordan's flu game.
Yeah, my dad sweats when he eats hot, spicy food. Like,
I get that.
He must have been eating something spicy because that's serious leakage.
I love
Some people sweat a lot like that.
I love his wife though. Just like, it's got to be his wife. Just like,
there he goes again.
He goes again.
Yeah, but look at that. Look at
used to it.
Look at the plate. It's just normal Thanksgiving food. If you go back a little bit, like looks like he's potatoes. There's like a turkey.
I mean, it looks
that
like
red. That red is
that's watermelon.
Watermelon?
It looks like watermelon.
It looks like some good eating. I'll tell you what. My friends that are bald told me that when they shaved their head is when it started sweating. It's like the hair absorbs.
Do we have any head shavers in the office?
Nobody's bald here, right?
Everyone's too young.
People are balding.
Yeah.
Nobody's bald.
Has anyone shaved their head, completely given up?
Nobody. I know some people.
Nobody here.
No one here. I would like to ask them about their shaving.
My sister's ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. He had a bald head.
And did he sweat a lot?
Yeah, maybe no. I don't know. He was a cop, but he wasn't like
his head was sweating.
Yeah, but he kind of was
100%.
Who wants the groove? Says, could it be the meat sweats?
Could be the meat sweats.
What's going on, everyone in the chat? Luke Gaithier, Fayal, Tom Ace, Carter Kuhn, Julia Bloom, Brian Feingold, Cedric Jones says smoked turkey is life changing. Anything else happen over the weekend? There were some Black Friday deals. I feel like Black Friday. We talked about this last week. It's kind of like I'm glad it fell off. That's one tradition I can do without in terms of people stomping each other out, the price gouging, and price gouging. You're going to see here what about price gouging.
I mean, I think it's all a scam.
I'm glad,
but it's a scam.
You know,
I'm
like,
glad,
look at
but
this.
it's
Talk
not.
about scams.
Yeah, it's not.
It's crazy.
All they did at Target was they kept the same price. This woman deserves a Nobel Peace Prize. She deserves an investigative journalism report. Samsung 65-inch TV, $429 on Black Friday. It's also $429 next week.
The best time to buy TV is the Super Bowl time. That's when they have the best deals. Yes, not Black Friday. I learned that.
When I was in college, obviously we're all poor. You know that place, Rent-A-Center?
Yeah.
We were gonna rent like a 75-inch TV for the pool some money together just for the weekend or the week. Have a 75-inch TV for the week. Watch Super Bowl, play Tiger Woods golf.
Ooh.
Dan,
watch Entourage.
Tiger Woods 08.
You've lived a different
Tiger
life
Woods
than I have.
09.
I lived the college life. Tiger Woods 09.
Tiger Woods
different.
09.
There were nights in college.
Jam and X.
There were nights in college where it's like, are we gonna go to the bar tonight, or we're all gonna sit around with two controllers, order pizza, do some other recreational activities, and play Tiger Woods golf all night?
Yeah.
That's honestly better than going to the bar.
It was.
Dude, that is the perfect night.
And then if you play your cards right around 11:30, 12,
Then you go out.
you get a text from certain somebody. You're winning that night.
A lot of winning, huh?
A lot of winning. In
That is
Morgantown,
such a
West
dub.
Virginia. The dub night. It doesn't happen like that anymore. Scott Hansen. Are you familiar with that name, Joe?
Is he related to Chris Hansen?
No. To Catch a Predator? Yeah. Or Hansen, the band. Scott Hansen is a
Hansen,
legend.
the
He's the host of Red Zone on NFL.
Yeah.
He's regarded as a national hero. I think he could run for president, and he would get a lot of votes. Like, people look at him. People spend their Sunday afternoons for 16 to 18
He's really
weekends.
good at what he does.
Unbelievable at his job.
Really
People
good.
spend their afternoons with Scott Hansen. But his thing is, like, he's on the air for, 10 hours, 12 hours a day?
I think it's like 8 to 10 hours a day.
8 to 10 hours every Sunday. No commercials. No time to pee. No time to do anything.
Poop.
No poop. He might
No
be
poop.
wearing a diaper for all we know.
I mean, those 4 o'clock games, he goes away for a little while, you know? They tune into one game and focus on one.
and he's
and
like
you're
shoving food.
But
He's
that's
on
when
the
you-
toilet.
that's
He's peeing.
literally like when you're like, you think what do you think Scott's doing right now?
It's like I think of it as like a pit stop in NASCAR.
Yeah.
Like when they go to one game for 5 minutes, he's just standing there, and everyone is like taking care of him. They're shoving food in his mouth. Once someone's taking his pants off, he's peeing into something. He's pooping.
How
A lot of
close is
respect
that
to him,
toilet?
bro, because he's so excited no matter what. Like, from
He
the
is.
moment he goes live, he's like on it.
Whatever he's getting paid, they need to pay him more. But there was a big moment on Sunday during that crazy Bills-Eagles game when the evacuation sirens came on at the office. Pretty nuts. Take a look.
Our studios here in Inglewood, California, we are being told we need to evacuate the building. We do not know the nature of the emergency. You can probably hear the alarm
It's faded
going
out.
right
That
over
was
the top
me.
of my
I did
right
that,
shoulder here.
Oh, okay.
Copyright.
As it is something absolutely unprecedented for us in our studios here in
Like, how crazy is that?
So did they just leave it live?
Well, so they just tune into games, and I'm guessing this was at literally like as they're signing off. Because what happened was that last game went way too long, and so
Why did that game go so long?
once that game hits like all the other ones end, they have to just say like we can't air this anymore because it's I don't know NFL.
Yeah,
so they,
it's like
send it to the to the CBS or Fox or whatever.
right.
So that was like him signing off, and they're like, we have to go. But it was playing for like 20, 25 minutes.
Well, that's how Scott Hansen should go out. You know, if there was like a real fire, like Scott Hansen, like the headline the next day, God forbid, Scott Hansen perishes on the air, delivering 7 hours of uninterrupted football.
The last touchdown.
That's how I feel like John Sterling, Yankee, voice of the Yankees, God willing, God forbid.
Calling a homer.
Just one day he's just on the air, and then that's it.
well, I thought that
That
foul
would be
ball was
traumatic
gonna
for a
get him.
lot of people.
But for him, like as for him, it honestly, he probably that's probably how he wants to go, John Sterling.
Did you see this?
I don't know if he wants to go that way.
The Yankees win. The Yankees win. And then
This
he
is
goes, and that's the end of it.
literally the NFL memes put out this Scott Hansen.
There were some good memes this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
That's funny. There were probably so many more.
Yeah.
Scott Hansen getting in the touchdown montage and the burn slowly burns around him. Well, I did see something pretty cool. That there's so they filmed that Red Zone in California.
Yeah.
At the NFL studio. But then in Somerville, New Jersey, there's a backup studio. A whole other control room with a whole producer and everyone, just in case something goes down in California. There, boom.
In there?
Seamlessly.
Huh.
And they were ready to go. And like if they went down, they were going to have you right still up with all your games. Maybe no Hanson, but...
That's what I was going to ask. Would somebody else...
Not somebody else. I guess they would just go without a narrator.
Some guy
Chris Hansen be there.
There's another Chris Hansen. There's a doppelganger guy in New Jersey that they just kind of like...
He's just waiting for his moment.
We were in there for that one moment. And it came during week 11.
He got ready.
And at the 7 o'clock hour. And then, boom, in goes Hansen. Back to Thanksgiving, Joe's. I don't know if you saw this or heard this yesterday at the office. Christmas music was playing.
I hate Christmas music.
After you guys left, Sam admitted that it was her.
It was okay. So yesterday,
good, and I heard that everybody revolted by 4 o'clock.
Yeah, yesterday, first Monday back in the office. I walk in. We have a new thing here at the office where we someone every day puts their playlist on. And, there's some great music throughout the office. It gets quiet in here sometimes, or just brings the mood up. So I walk in on a Monday after Thanksgiving. So it's probably one of the harder Mondays to come back to the office, and Christmas music is on.
That's fine.
Fine. I'm like, all right, a song or two. Dude, it's 2 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. 4:30. 5 p.m. Still on the Christmas music. That's absurd. That's torture. That's workplace abuse.
Dude,
I cannot. Yes. Work. I was about to talk to HR.
Accounting Tony got
it was crazy.
He got so mad he put on like gangster rap
to offset it.
Yeah. He's like, I need to Tony.
Oh.
He's just like, I need something to clear my palate.
Clear the palate.
Cleanse the palate.
Here's the thing.
Hate it.
Here's the thing with Christmas music. Christmas music is like a drug. Do it in moderation. Play a song the week after Thanksgiving, 1 or 2 songs. The next week, here play another song or two. Slowly build up to the week of Christmas where you can play a playlist.
Yeah.
And then you're in full swing. To play it all at once, to play 5-6 hours like you're working at the Gap or something. On November 27th, you blew past your allotment.
Yeah, it's over.
So now you're out of Christmas music until at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks for me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I heard too much. It's like looking at the sun. Don't look at it for too long. It's like doing a drug.
Yeah,
in moderation.
I'm so good on it. And listen, when I'm shopping, sure, yes. I'll listen to it. When I'm doing all that stuff, when I'm whatever. If I'm at work, I feel like it's abuse now because it's like, bro, I can't listen to this all day. I know what it's like. Like I told you guys earlier, I worked in retail. I worked in Macy's. I worked in all these places where you have to listen to the damn playlist every single day from Black Friday all the way to like after Three Kings. They play it till like January 15th.
No.
I'm so serious.
Christmas
it's
music
so
ends
bad.
the 26th.
No, they don't. I wish they did. They have after Christmas sales.
Well, I mean, it's just,
I hate
Christmas
it.
is earlier and earlier now too. Like Macy's, the Macy's was set up. Everything outside of Macy's was set up before Halloween.
Yeah, they are.
It was
they are
like, what are we
pushing Christmas
doing?
really early now. It's like Thanksgiving week now has become Christmas.
This is normal. Right after Thanksgiving, people always...
Like even before that. I like Christmas music. Don't get me wrong. Like it's a time and a place, though.
Yes.
It's the type of music where you don't want to burn yourself out too early. You don't want to shoot your wad too early on Christmas music. And I feel like we did that yesterday against our will.
Bro,
shoot the wad was too much.
I thought it was blow your wad.
Yeah,
I didn't want to say that. I think
Shoot the wad.
Blow your load too fast. But now I'm like I'm on a self-imposed 2-week no Christmas music, so I don't burn myself out.
You can't come over to our house.
I cannot hear Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and December hasn't turned a cow. What are we talking about?
I love to know what everyone thinks out there. Like, what
they agree.
Do you listen to Christmas music every day? Is it an all-day, everyday thing until Christmas? Is it one song a day?
It makes people happy.
It does, but after a while,
no, it doesn't. I was mad.
You can wear it out though after a while. It's just me.
I agree. Yeah, my kid's favorite song is Mickey Mouse Jingle Bells. Literally, favorite song.
Just
Chipmunks ones.
If you play
ask
the
her
beats,
favorite song, she'll say Mickey Mouse Jingle Bells.
Yeah, playing the beats is actually more digestible. Like just the beat.
This happened to me when I worked at an Italian restaurant. They played like Sinatra, Dean Martin playlist every day, and I started to detest Frank Sinatra and Dean Martin music, which I love. It's some of my favorite music.
I worked at a GameStop, and the song
Zelda music on repeat.
This game Rocksmith came out. Do you remember Rocksmith? Where it wasn't Rock Band or Guitar Hero, but it was actually like you plugged in a guitar and then plugged in a USB into your PlayStation. And so the thing was like, it was the Nirvana Breed song.
Okay.
And I was like, I like Nirvana. But after 6 months of just listening to that exact song
insane.
over
That's
and
a crazy
over
contract.
And over again. It was crazy. It was crazy.
Bro, I'm not going to lie. You look like a guy out of GameStop Central Casting.
Hey, guys. You want a Power Up Rewards Pro card?
I walk into GameStop and I see you behind there. I'm feeling pretty good about what you're going to recommend for me.
Oh, yeah.
Except that he's going to tell me that he's going to give me like $5 for like 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5.
Did you just buy this
Nintendo
yesterday?
Switch.
This brand new PlayStation 5? I'll give you $12 for it.
$12. Best I can do.
Best I could do. Or, I mean, you give you a whole bunch of points.
By a whole lot of mums. Does anyone remember Funkoland? Was that a thing by you guys?
No.
Wait. Just a Long Island thing.
That sounds familiar.
It was like before GameStop. It was.
I remember Funkoland.
It was like a you could trade in.
They had one on
a lot of used stuff, used video
games. They were better with trading in games.
Their thing was you can bring your Sega and trade it in, and they'll give you a Super Nintendo or vice versa.
Yeah, I remember.
And that was a big decision in the Canobbio house.
They had some great stuff.
All the brothers, we decided we were done with our Sega Genesis, and we want Super Nintendo, so we would go to Funkoland and we do the swap. That was a big day there.
Oh my god!
They had the rainbow. Funkoland was awesome. I bet you know Funkoland fan knows about Funkoland. Yeah, then they must have got bought out or phased out by GameStop.
That's it.
Look at that.
That's Funkoland. I remember that.
Being 10 years old, seeing that sign, walking in with a Sega, walking out with the Super Nintendo.
That's so dope. I mean, Sega and Super Nintendo. That's like a decision.
They were head to head.
You don't get. I didn't really know so many people that had both. You either had one or the other. You know, like
Rich Kid had both, but
Rich Kid had both. Like
we would make that decision. Like we're either a Super Nintendo house or a Sega Genesis.
You either knew Mario or you knew Sonic.
Yeah,
like,
I mean
it's either or. There's not both.
Donkey Kong
or Nintendo.
You know of them. You just don't play. Yeah.
Donkey Kong too. That was a great Christmas.
Donkey Kong is better.
Funkoland.
Did not think I'd say Funkoland.
I'm gonna have to put this on.
Who wants to groove? Funko didn't give a about anything. They would take anything. They would. They'd be like, "Hey, this game's broken," or "This game's got like."
I knew they're out of business.
Anything.
Yeah, that's probably. GameStop awesome. Came in and it's like, "Listen, we're gonna tighten it up around here."
Yeah.
I don't know how we can pivot into this next story. There's no proper way to pivot into this. We got a streaker. At Disneyland, out in California, and an unhinged.
Jimmy's there right now.
Jimmy is there right now.
Is he in California?
Oh no,
Jimmy's in Florida.
He's in Florida.
He's at like Magic Kingdom. All right, so an unhinged man, Joe's, is at Disneyland, and he stripped naked and was crawling around the It's a Small World ride.
He's definitely unhinged.
The It's the Small World ride is probably one of the most famous rides at Disneyland or Disney World. It's the one I remember as a kid. Everyone goes on it. It's like a rite of passage. And this is not part of the show, folks. This is an unhinged man who decided to strip down
he
to
doesn't look naked.
He gets naked.
No, he's just wearing. No, look, he has pants on.
He
does for now.
Okay.
Now he's in the water. He's swimming around. People are screaming out, "He's gonna break it! Shut the music off!"
Put the audio on. The audio's pretty funny.
Yeah.
It's just this woman saying, "You're gonna get hurt."
There's always that one voice.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
He seems pretty peaceful.
Yeah, he's cool. That guy's on acid.
It has to be, right?
He's on drugs.
100%.
Right, this is when he's starting to feel like I'm not making enough of a stink.
But also, like, imagine being that worker that day. Just stop, please. No.
Not again.
Please
Not
don't.
again.
He was filmed climbing over the animatronic figures, and he eventually settled in at the Taj Mahal display. He was then pictured walking through the park naked.
Somebody at Chuck E.
Naked.
Cheese is like, you see? This is why we don't do animatronics.
Eventually, he took those boxers off, and he was full-fledged naked. And you got to keep in mind, it's a kid's ride.
Oh, so now he's an offender.
Yeah, this guy, he ain't going to Disneyland anytime. Look at that woman's face. That woman's face says it all.
That reminds me of, I think Nathan For You did like a challenge as well, where he says, I'm going to risk, you know, like he was like trying to be like a magician or something. And he's like, yo, this machine is going to take down my pants in front of these kids. And there's a cop right here.
Great episode. He has to uncuff the handcuffs before the machine
Yes.
pulls his pants down and exposes him.
It's the funniest shit ever.
Look, all right, here he is.
Oh, no. The yeeks are... Oh, my God. Now
he's naked now.
He's
This is when the acid really started to kick in.
And
Kids around. This is when it gets like less funny and more traumatizing.
But look at how they're carrying him out.
Idiot. Oh my God.
Right?
Full starfish. Full starfish mode.
Spread eagle.
I mean, just what are we doing?
What an
here?
idiot.
It's the California one. Weird stuff goes on there.
How does more weird stuff go on in the California one than the Florida one?
I don't know, but
Florida.
I think they got the California one a little. The security's not as tight.
The California one's like on the street. You can actually like hop over.
We have a
is
guy
it?
in the
Yeah.
chat, Alex
In
Aguirre.
Orlando, it's much more like submersive.
Alex Aguirre in the chat was at Disneyland that day.
Wow.
He said he saw 2 fire trucks pull up in the morning, but didn't see any fire. Now I know why they were there.
I like this guy right here. He looks like a Santa's worker, but like this undercover Santa worker. You know, it's like got him.
He's like got him, and then he's trying to block the kids.
Trying to block the kids.
Which
We got him.
he's doing the right thing.
Oh,
Block the
yeah.
kids, block the kids.
Yo,
What you're going to see now is a naked man starfishing.
Disney World is
He went limp.
They're
More ways
so
than one.
serious with their security. I don't know about Disneyland, but Disney World is like insane with their
That
security.
shot's wild right there. Legs spread.
Just.
It is indeed a small world after all. Once they got a look of that guy, it's probably that water's probably cold. There's probably some major shrinkage going on.
Oh yeah.
It's a small world after all.
That's embarrassing, bro.
That's tough. That's a tough look.
Very, very tough. And that's the last time that guy will be allowed at Disneyland
And around kids.
and around kids.
Within a certain amount.
Jimmy O'Brien is on vacation and he's at Disneyland.
Yes.
He's
World.
been
He's at Disney World.
World. I always got confused as a kid.
Disneyland is...
Did you guys ever go to Disneyland? Because as kids, we just went to Disney World because it's a shorter trip.
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
to Disney
no.
World.
Neverland.
It's expensive, though,
I don't think
bro.
you go to Disneyland unless you're like there already.
Yeah.
Unless you just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm going to Disneyland.
No, it's Disney World.
Shit. See, I'm still confusing it as an adult.
Go to Disney World.
I'm going to Disney World.
I thought Eli said, I'm going to Disneyland. Everything
No.
He probably
Brady.
messed
He
up.
probably did. He's
Eli.
yeah. He's Eli.
He's a little slow.
But yeah, it's expensive to go to Disney World. To go to Disney is like, if you want to go, like I was thinking about taking my kids, and then I seen what the price is.
You're like, we're going to take you to Adventureland over on Long Island. They got a nice little ride
Yeah.
there.
Rye Playland.
Oh my god, Adventureland.
Adventureland, man. I'm throwing out all the hits today. Funkoland, Adventureland. I just messaged Sam to if she could put the air on in here. Boom.
That's
on.
great.
Sam's great. Shout out to Sam Tasky,
Samtastic.
our amazing. What's Sam's role?
She's my manager.
She's a manager
She's like a manager, right?
of the
She's
editor.
Mrs. Manager.
What?
Miss Manager.
But Sam!
Let me go get it.
Sam!
Yeah, that's a good question.
Sam in the chat.
I'm Mr. Manager.
Sam
I
in the
think
chat.
Just
she
manager.
was
Zoe-
office manager before, right?
Office
before.
manager. Yeah, but now she's she's a different type of manager. now.
Editing manager.
Come on in, Sam.
Hey,
Welcome to
Sam.
the show. Sam Tesky, everybody.
This is about the AC.
Yeah,
Sam.
I literally messaged Sam in the Slack. Can you make it a little cooler in the lounge? I'm swatting. Meant to say sweating. Yep. And look, feel it. You feel it?
I feel it.
Nice.
To your credit, it did. When I went to go turn it on, it said 80 degrees.
I am leaking.
What?
I'm like
But
that
did
guy.
you guys know
I'm like
there's
that.
also a fan right there?
I'm like that guy at Thanksgiving. Turn it on.
Does that mean
You know what it is? It's the lights. Do you feel it?
Yeah, the bright lights are on.
Unplugged it.
That's a real thing.
How was your Thanksgiving?
Oh, it was really good. I was home in Maryland. We had a lot of family, and it was lovely.
Oh, also, we have the offender here.
And well, don't
Joe,
call her that after the previous segment.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Zach is definitely jealous of your outfit. Number one. Number two. Well, how mad was everybody after the 25 hours of holiday music that you played?
So the thing is, I play the music, and if the second someone tells me to change it or put on this song or stop playing it, I'll change it. But no one said anything.
Did you hear us complaining about it in the gaming room?
No.
Wow. You sit pretty close to the gaming room.
Yeah, she doesn't.
But
hear
all you have to do is say,
there.
"Hey, can we just change the music?" And I would have.
No one wanted to be a Scrooge. No one wanted to be a Grinch.
Now I know. It's really hard. I for so long, I would love to just pass off the iPad to a different table.
I thought someone had a playlist every day. Was that how it was supposed to be, and then just kind of deviated to just you now selecting the music?
Christina has made the collective office playlist, but we can't play that every day because that's just all the same songs.
So we'll play all the same Christmas songs.
I think maybe what I need to do is when I get in the morning, I take the iPad and put it on a random desk, and that person can control.
Ooh.
Sim, you're a pretty cheerful person.
Ooh.
You're someone I feel gets into the holiday spirit. What's your stance on Christmas music? Do you want it every day, one song a day, all day, every day, once December hits?
Does it make you holly and jolly?
I do enjoy Christmas music. Justin Bieber's Christmas album, one of the best Christmas music albums to date. Sometimes I forget to listen to Christmas music.
Right.
But I think it's great to listen to in the holidays.
But would you listen? Is it an everyday thing? Or
No.
now that we have our fill yesterday, that lasted until like 3-4 years down
Yeah, that
the
will
line
last until December.
of next year.
Okay.
Are you good on Christmas music now? Or will you go right into your normal routines?
Oh.
Do you put on Christmas music like when you're by yourself?
No, I think I have to be doing something Christmas related, like baking
Okay.
cookies or wrapping
Working.
gifts.
Yeah.
Or if it's just dead background. I would have loved for someone at noon yesterday saying, "Hey, can we change it?" I just didn't know.
Noon would have been respectable. It was like
No one
4:30.
told me.
It was like 4:30. It's like, oh my god, it's still on.
Why didn't anyone say anything?
I heard Tony Capabianco put on hardcore rap music to kind of
He
cleanse
put
his
on
palate.
some heavy rap afterwards.
It's the thing. Music is so personal
Put
that
Mob Deep and shit.
some
like,
people
all right.
love
It really
rap,
was,
some
and it was
people
just
hate
like,
rap,
oh,
some
God.
people love Christmas, some people hate Christmas music. It's
right.
so hard to know.
That's all we got for you.
Okay.
Thank you for joining
Thank
JM
you.
Live.
Sam.
Have a great time.
We won't hold it against
Appreciate
you.
you.
The Christmas music.
Keep that fan on.
The fan.
Yes.
Now it's nice and cool in here.
It's
I
nice.
didn't-
It's awesome.
I didn't plug it in.
In 20 minutes, Zoe D'Amalia of We Got Ice fame will join the show. He was our guest this week. What else do we got going on this week in the news?
Well, I mean, so if you're going straight from Disneyland and you gotta fly, right?
You gotta fly.
You gotta fly. I don't know if you guys saw this
So
woman.
much plain stuff.
There's too much plane stuff, and
Always.
people on these cheap. I don't want to say cheap planes, but
It's
like
budget
Frontier,
airlines.
It's budget airlines.
Spirit, Frontier. There's another one.
It's crazy. I mean,
you take Spirit if you want to lose yours.
Frontier is up there too. This was a Frontier
Yeah.
flight. A woman decided to pull her pants down mid-flight to urinate.
just
Like, why does that happen?
She was told to sit down. I think the plane was like beginning its initial descent to land in Florida, of course. And she was like, I gotta go. And they were like, nope, sit down. You can go. And she's like, I gotta go. And got up. And she did say sorry beforehand. She politely said sorry for what I'm about to do. Pulled her pants down. Don't know if she actually peed or not.
it doesn't look like it.
She wanted to.
She wanted to.
Which is crazy because, you know, when you gotta go, you gotta go. And the minute you pull down your pants, you go.
You can't stop.
It's crazy that she was able to hold it in and her age, too.
Everybody.
Oh, my God.
Oh, did he just slap her cheeks? Wait, hold on a second.
No. He was grabbing his backpack.
This don't happen on Delta.
It was all right.
No way.
Be over here. Sorry, everybody. Are you serious? I don't give a fuck. No, fuck you.
I think that's very clear.
I gotta go pee.
This bitch lost her mind. You never on the big fucking head. This poor little boy next to us.
This poor little boy next
Nah, son, that's crazy. Don't you remember a couple of weeks ago when I think we did JM Live and the person just like shit all over the whole like aisle.
Bro.
They had to like ground the plane before.
What is it about flying? What is it about airports that gets people acting out of their minds? Is it the stress? Is it like trying to make the flight? Is it like the potential of something going wrong and then plans being ruined? Is it elevation?
She just had to go pee.
I get that, but everyone has to use the bathroom. I've never seen anyone actually remove their pants like that. That's crazy behavior.
Yeah.
Why is there every week I feel like we have a crazy plane story? It's never happened. I never had anything crazy happen to me while flying, thank God. Knock on wood. I have some flights coming up. Like what do you think it is, Joe? What is it about that whole experience from the airport to boarding to being on the plane that makes people go berserk?
I think being in the tube, what is it? Thousands of feet in the air, you know, and you're going hundreds of miles an hour, can make you go a little loony. And they take the air pressure cabin also.
I think that plays into it. Like I read that when you are
Release
more like emotional,
Release
you're more
the
like
oxygen.
emotional. If you watch like a somewhat sad movie, this happened to me once flying. I was watching like a documentary. I was like crying. And I was like, why am I crying? Like, why am I so emotional of this like sports doc? I think there's something about like the elevation and the pressure that maybe alters your hormones or your brain.
Dan, how about Dan crying in the Mile High Club?
Yeah.
No.
While Bo Jackson's
Making
running into
love.
walls.
Dan crying, shedding tears in the Mile High Club.
No, I'm not in that club.
Love that.
Not in it. TSA lines can drive a man insane. Yes, I agree, Tommy.
Robust.
I watched a TikTok about this. I was watching a TikTok about this girl. She says, like, the minute I get in the Uber on the way to the airport is when the anxiety starts to ratchet up. You're checking the app to see if the plane's on time. You're making sure you're getting there on time or giving yourself enough time to get through security, get through all that. It's very kind of an unpleasant.
Once I'm through security, I'm good.
Pop, Dominicans.
Getting through security sucks.
Dominicans to get to DR are like, if they have like a 8 a.m. flight.
Yeah.
Like, they're, like, leaving at 4 a.m.
Ronnie, I flew to Vegas with Ronnie, and he's like, all right, so what time should we get to the airport? Our flight's at 8. He's like, I'll be there at, like, 4.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
I'm telling you, it's just like that. It's exactly. And that's, like, international flights, like, domestic flights. It's a little leeway. It's, like, a half hour more.
Yeah.
But they want to be at the airport super early. I feel like they think, like, the plane's, I don't know.
I always
they're looking. Is the plane there? Do you guys like to see the pilot, or do you not want to know?
Oh, I don't know.
You want you could like if I see a
like
older pilot with a little bit of gray in his hair.
Yeah.
Got a coffee. He looks like he's tucked in. His hair's done. I feel good.
Yeah.
You can look and see a guy who's like disheveled, got some sweat coming down, looks a little tired, eating a cheeseburger.
Not doing all that.
And I'm like, oh shit.
Mustard stains on his shirt.
He's eating like a big meatball sub. One of the meatballs falls on him. And he's like,
No. I don't want that.
Right? You want your guy to look like Sully Sullenberger.
You know, yeah. I thought I saw him on the street today.
I would shake his hand.
I was like, is that Sully?
I want my pilot looking like Denzel did in that movie.
Flight? Dude, he was coked out of his mind.
The plane was upside down.
Did he fly the plane? Did he save the people?
He did.
Okay? I want that pilot.
He did, but he was on something. He had a fun night the night before.
He definitely did.
DTLA,
up.
Yeah.
DTLA Kaisers always feel very relaxed on planes. I do too. Like, I'm pretty claustrophobic. That's why I don't take the subway. But when I'm on a plane,
Oh, where do you like to sit?
I'm a aisle guy.
Aisle guy. Aisle 100%.
Yeah.
Now, people bump you when they cut like the stewardess.
But I will always I'll get bumped because I will always put my leg out and I'll put my side out, and I know I'm gonna get bumped, but that's the price of being an aisle guy.
Okay.
Middle is the worst.
By far. No one chooses middle. You're given middle.
You're forced into middle.
Yeah.
If you choose middle willingly, you are a psychopath.
Backseat, middle, feet on the hump.
No one chooses middle. If I'm doing, I haven't done many red eyes, but if I have to do a red eye or a late flight, window might work because there's a way to like prop yourself with a pillow. You can use the side, put the window down.
Especially if it's like
if you could sleep on flights, window's a good one.
I will say though, I forgot what I was gonna say. Lost my damn train of thought. Oh, when I'm like in the aisle, but I'll look over the window to see like if there's any turbulence or like if we're about to land. I want to see the city we're in.
Yeah.
But it sucks when the person in the window has the thing down.
Right.
Hey, can you lift
Oh yeah, I don't want to look outside.
But what if you're landing in a new city?
I like looking at the city and stuff.
Landing
like,
in a new city?
When I've seen clouds and stuff, that stuff freaks me out.
Yeah, that's nothing. But when we landed in Seattle for All-Star game,
that's cool.
That was
That's
amazing.
cool.
Because I've never seen that terrain. I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. Those big ass trees.
Nice.
I was like, this is cool. I wish I had a window. But it was also like I think it was Sam in the window seat. So I was like, hey,
let's get her back in here.
Yeah.
Come on, man. What are we doing? Yeah, I don't know why flying. I like flying. I hate going in the subway.
Have you guys seen those videos of like the father and son or mother-daughter pilots, and they get on the PA system, and it's just like, well, we got a big announcement. Ooh, we got a big announcement
Right when you
today.
made your announcement, the mic went out.
And it's like, this is the first time I'm flying with my daughter. And everyone gives a clap. I feel like that would, if I saw one of
I don't want to
those,
hear that.
I would like that. I think I'd like that.
No.
It's like, all right, cool.
Do you talk to the guy next to you?
I don't want
No.
the baby touching the button. Like don't tell
Well, they're
me.
trained.
The baby kicks
They're real
something.
pilots. It's like they're finally like flying together.
Mm,
Like they're the pilot and co-pilot flying together.
I feel like I'm out.
Middle seat is on Justin Shackle.
Justin
Under what
Shackle.
circumstances would you agree to seat switch on a flight?
Ooh, nah.
I've seen a lot of that lately.
Ooh.
If someone's giving me a first class seat, I'll switch.
But what do you?
No.
You gotta either be same seat, so it's either gotta be aisle for aisle or maybe aisle for window. You can't downgrade on a seat swap because someone messed up their seating arrangement.
Right.
A couple wants to sit together, or a
Yeah,
guy wants
yeah,
to sit
yeah.
with his daughter. I mean, if you're a decent person, you can maybe do the switch if it's painless.
If it's a younger daughter or son or something, I'll do it
Entertain
unless
it.
it's middle.
That's what I mean.
If it's middle, you're out, pop.
If
Like,
you
don't
have
ask
window
me.
or aisle and someone asks you, hey, can you mind switch with me? And
You
then
gotta ask
you're
another
taking-
middle person.
Yes, it's got to be the same. You can't go up.
Yes.
You can't go down. You got to go up.
Good point.
I like Shackle's next question though. Do you clap when the plane leaves?
I do when they arrive.
No.
I do. That's a Dominican. I don't know if it's a Dominican thing or not, but when we land, everybody claps.
Everyone claps.
That shit is
I think
fire,
it's a
bro.
nice sign of respect for the pilot.
Hell
Hey,
yeah, you
hey,
like
thanks for getting us there.
Maybe if it was like a rough flight.
If it's a rough flight, hell yeah.
If it's a rough flight,
Any flight.
You know when you're getting off the plane, the pilot will be standing there. Sometimes I'll be like, "Hey, nice job, man.
I'll say thank you. I always say thank you.
Nice
You gotta say
work.
thank you.
Impressive."
Oh, shit, thanks.
I sat next to a pilot once on a flight. He was on his way to fly a plane somewhere else, and we just got to chatting a little bit. And he ended up being a huge boxing fan.
Oh.
So he's like, he was asking me a ton of boxing questions. So I was like,
You
all right.
love talking boxing.
I do. I love talking boxing. He was asking me a shit ton of boxing questions. So I was asking him. I was like, all right, man, let me ask you some pilot questions. You know, what's the deal with turbulence? Should we be scared? He's like, no.
No.
He's like, there's literally nothing. There's no amount of wind that can take down a plane.
It's like a car going over bumps.
It's
in
like
a road.
It's like a car hitting a pothole. He's like, think of the plane in like Jello. It's gonna shake and all that. Then I said, what's harder, landing or taking off? And he said landing by far. He said landing is so difficult still for him. I was like,
Wow.
Jesus.
Still?
And he said landing
I
at
don't like hearing
LaGuardia.
that.
Yeah, he's like landing at LaGuardia is one of the hardest things.
Have you ever played Flight Simulator?
Yeah.
There was in my high school, because we were like a vocational high school, and they had like an aviation program. And I went in there and they had like the whole thing. Like you're in the cockpit, you know?
The simulation?
Yeah, the whole simulation and everything with like the flight simulator. And you sit in there, and for you to land that, like I've blown up my plane so many times.
Like shitting?
Like, no. Like every time I try to land, I land like with the...
Flight Simulator was the game we always had as kids, like for the home computer.
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail. But then Flight Simulator kind of got they kind of got rid of it, right? Because of 9/11.
No, it's still there.
Flight Simulator is dope.
I know the terrorists were
Flight
using
Simulator is still... Well,
Nah, so the
What are
thing
you
is,
what?
The terrorists were using Flight Simulator.
Whoa!
yeah, it's true.
I
true.
think
So
I do
after
remember that show, but
2001,
like,
You can't fly into buildings now.
oh,
It
in
will
the
just
game.
fly through them.
I know that the
Posted
terrorists
up.
were using the Flight Simulator game to learn the basic controls.
Now I do remember that.
All right?
Yeah.
Not to bring that up. Not to evoke 9/11.
All
I just did.
Yeah.
And we're moving along with the show. Did we show the
Yeah,
guy,
bring
did we show the video of the guy flying
The
Spirit Air?
Spirit Airlines one? Yeah, I got it pulled up. Ready?
it's always something on Spirit.
This is amazing.
Jesus!
Bro,
ghetto,
you hear,
bro.
if you hear prayers or Jesus,
Spirit is
something has
so
gone
ghetto.
wrong. I will not die today.
How about a guy barking at you? You think that's our friend?
Oh, man. Spirit's not so... I mean, I've flown Spirit a few times. It's basically... the seats are crazy. It's basically a lawn chair.
You
flying in a lawn
chair.
chair.
You gotta sit like this to be on Spirit.
But so if you're going like Florida, like a quick flight, or it's you can get some real deals. But you have to... I mean...
There's a reason for the deal.
Something's going to happen when you're up there. Crazy, crazy stuff. Moving on out of airlines into guns. America. Did you see this clip? Twista. You know Overnight Celebrity?
Yes.
Great song. 2003-ish. I don't know why this is a thing.
Overnight.
I don't know why this has become a thing, but Twista rapped his hit Overnight Celebrity to the beat of gunshots in one of the most American things you will ever see.
What?
Here it is.
Yo, this song's a banger, bro. This
Song is awesome. It's also like Twist is known as one of the fastest rappers.
Yeah.
And this guy must have the quickest draw. Into the chorus.
Dude, that's a 30-round magazine right there.
On Twitter, there was a Twitter thread of this, and the first comment was so funny. It was like the guy from Matrix, like, and it said me vibing to the song. It was him like dodging bullets. Like, why is that a thing? That's the most American thing I've ever seen.
How did this conversation come about?
Well, I also looked into the comments that Twista is a big gun advocate, and he's like a competitive shooter.
Oh, okay.
This looks like they're at some type of range or like some type of weekend where
this
they
guy's
all
shot,
shoot.
by the way.
I mean, you have to be to hold the guns like that and not like on beat. Do you have to? Yeah, there it is, right there. Me and the audience vibing. Go down to see some of the other comments.
I love that, man. My favorite thing about Twitter is when you get a really good thread, and like there's some famous threads out there.
Wait, go to that Little Kim one.
Look.
Oh my god.
People have these on like.
The people that reply, like,
I love Twitter threads.
I love Twitter threads. I love the internet.
Really good Twitter threads.
My favorite thing is
the squirrels.
when something gets big like that, and this made the rounds. Like, how many views does that initial video have?
It's got 34
million. Yeah. So you know you're gonna have the white dude got rhythm though. The guy's shooting. Like, this has now become a thing. Like last week we had flute music. Andre 3000. This has now become an American thing now. Is shooting to the beat. But just the fact that it was Twista and the fact that it was Overnight Celebrity. I mean, awesome song, but very random.
Very random.
That song came out in 2004. I was in high school when that song came out.
It was 2004?
That song was sick.
Funkoland 2004.
You see Kevin Hargrave put in the chat. Kevin Hargrave put in the chat, Let It Rock 2.0 is coming out.
Oh yeah.
When I got that notification in the Slack this morning, I put on Let It Rock on my commute.
Wayne's World.
Yo, Lil Wayne like has two verses on it.
Lil Wayne had a time
2008
that I don't know if it's rivaled by many people, bro. Dude, he was on
everything.
He was on everything, and he was unbelievable.
He's coming back.
Talk about shooting your load. He could have spread out his 2008 for like 10 years. But he's like, oh, I got one more in me. And he kept saying that over and over. He made like mixtape, like 3 or 4 mixtapes, albums. He was on he had 2 verses on Let It Rock. Like, that's the randomest thing ever.
He released Drake Into the World.
Let him go into the world. 2008, Lil Wayne should be studied because he could have spread that out a little bit. Because I feel like he kind of like fell off after that. It's only natural.
He's coming back.
I don't know if he's fell off, but he just.
Oh, it was his peak.
That was.
But you know what I mean? It's like so hard to stay relevant in the music world. He could have easily spread that out over and could have let that ride to about 2012.
Only other person that had a peak that was that close was like 50 Cent's peak.
You know, 3.
If you remember?
Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yo, that was crazy. In the club. Yo.
Wanksta? was in the club in Wanksta, was in every car coming out of the parking lot in my high school.
He just has so many hits.
And that album
still doesn't compare to Lil Wayne's hits.
Like, what's that? There's platinum, and then there's like double platinum, and then there's like the highest level you can get for an album. I think he achieved that with Get Rich or Die Trying. To the point where
Diamond.
To the point where 50 Cent is still on tour with that album, selling out in like Germany and in Europe. Like, still here, he's still relevant here, but overseas, people are going still crazy for that one album.
10 million equivalent album units. That equates to 12.5. Right? Yeah. To 37.5 billion streams.
There's not that many albums that have gone diamond.
Let It Rock was Jacoby Ellsbury's walk-up song for 4 years, says Matt G. Madden 11 soundtrack staple.
We never heard it. Okay? We never heard it.
In New York,
in New York.
Because when I arrive, I turn the fire, let it come alive. So let it rock. It's a catchy song. It will be stuck in everyone's head for the rest of the day. Rather have that than Christmas music.
Yeah, play that.
Let It Rock.
We need to have
Wayne's World, Planet Rock. Why do they wait so long for the sequel?
I don't know.
Random.
Lil Wayne does what he wants.
It's not Lil Wayne. It's Kevin Randolph.
I know, but
how did he get Lil Wayne to do that? Not only Lil Wayne, he did 2 verses.
Yes.
Lil Wayne's like, I'm open for business 2008. I'll do anything and everything. I'll do Let It Rock. 2 verses, I'll give you.
The Carter 3 came out that year.
Oh, my God. Amazing. And even his mixtapes. Remember datpiff.com?
Oh, shit.
I'm throwing some gems out there today. This is a certified banger. Dat Piff. And it would be Lil Wayne. Alive.
Damn, bro.
Alive. He had a whole mixtape that could have been a legit album.
Missed that.
Perfect segue into one of the main stories that's circulating online. Heartbreaking to me. Hall & Oates. You know the legendary band has now went from Hall & Oates to Hall versus Oates.
Hall v. Oates.
And that makes me sad, friends, because
Honey Bunches of Oats.
Daryl Hall has filed a lawsuit versus John Oates and a restraining order.
They're fighting.
It's gone beyond civil. It's gone into restraining order. There's
Civil
some
war.
Physical altercation between the two. Of course, it's over the rights to their music, which they got 15, 20 hits.
Yeah.
Hall & Oates. We were schooling a lot of the younger employees here yesterday to Hall & Oates. Ronnie Jerez.
Well, I think Zoe should be coming in soon, so we could get his take on Hall & Oates and see if he's a really big fan. Was he in here yesterday?
Yes. Most people, like Ronnie's of the world, the younger crew, they don't know who Hall & Oates is, but they know the songs.
Yeah, like me. Like, I didn't know.
That's more about your background or your culture.
Yeah, I didn't know their name, but I knew their song. So I was like, oh, shit, yeah, I know that. But
you're a rich girl.
Yeah.
Man Eater.
Don't you know?
It's kind of sad, man. It's kind of sad. They have a lot of hits, and years ago, Hall & Oates sold part of their catalog for a lot of money, because that's a big revenue driver for older recording artists selling their catalog, essentially selling their career. Even Justin Bieber did it for $200 million. Now it appears that Oates recently agreed to sell some of their remaining rights, and then Hall did not like the original deal that they had made. They sold some of their catalog, and Hall was not with it. So then now it looks like Oates is trying to sell the full thing.
Well, they get really residuals when they keep
different.
It,
yeah, there's different royalties versus rights. It's two different things.
Okay.
Royalties, you get a percentage. Rights, you're pretty much selling your entire catalog to a company, and that company owns it. Like that guy Scooter Braun was buying up Taylor Swift's and
then you
Bieber's.
Can't technically play it unless they allow you to.
You know, Michael Jackson bought Eminem's.
Yes,
that's baller.
Like Eminem was making fun of him, and he bought his whole shit.
Yeah,
and
that's another level of money, another level of power.
Michael Jackson's like he's real petty about a lot of shit. Like people don't even know.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
he's dead.
King of Pop.
Big day, big moment when he died.
Yeah,
but anyway, that was big. So they're beefing, and it got me reading into when musicians sell their catalogs, and these are the 10 most expensive back catalogs.
Okay.
Because I was also reading about with the emergence of movies streaming, video games.
Yes.
You can just video games want soundtracks, movies want songs. So now one company can control like a Bruce Springsteen, a Phil Collins, a Bob Dylan, a Hall & Oates. Bruce Springsteen sold his for $500 million.
Damn, $500 million.
So in
60 years worth of music.
In 2022, Daryl Hall was on Bill Maher's Club Random podcast.
Okay.
And he said, "You think John Oates is my partner? He's my business partner. He's not my creative partner. John and I are brothers, but we are not creative brothers. We're business partners. We made records called Hall & Oates together, but we've been very separate, and that's a really important thing for me." I'll use an example.
Doesn't matter what you say.
Kiss on my list. He said, "I did all those harmonies. That's all me."
Whoa.
That's why he's not listed as a songwriter, but as a co-producer.
No one cares about the weeds.
Yeah.
In the weeds like that. I just think of Hall & Oates. I put it on a soundtrack. I'm grooving.
But they do.
But they do.
They
They
do.
do.
Mikey's a part of a band.
There's ego there.
I
There's
get
a lot
it.
of ego.
Mikey, is there a
Well-
lot of that going on in the specialists?
Yeah, who writes a lot of the
you have
music?
to determine when you're putting your music up online, like who wrote, what part and stuff. And usually I just split it 50-50, but in reality, sometimes it's 100% me or 100% my friend.
Would you say you're top dog in your band?
Well, I produce and mix everything. I'm the audio guy, so I would
dog.
say I pull a little bit more of the weight.
Mikey's top dog.
Zol D'Amalia is here. Please take a seat. Mikey,
Esposito goes
one
through
more
the same
question
thing.
for Mikey.
Zach goes through the same
Did anyone
thing.
ever leave your band?
Yeah, I had my drummer quit recently.
Really?
Yeah. He
Was
cursed
that-
me out and quit.
Cursed you out?
Do you need a new drummer? Zoe drums?
No, Zoe does not drum.
Jolly.
Jack drums and Jolly drums, but we have a new drummer. He's great.
Wow. Zol D'Amalia is here. So how much do you think? Thanks, man. I did it myself. No, I didn't.
Did you
This is
yourself?
all Rob. This is all Dre, Mikey, and
What's up,
Mike
fellas?
DeLeon. Zol D'Amalia is here. He's making his debut on JM Live. He's one half of Hall & Oates. No, he's one half of We Got Ice.
Hall & Oates, that's a good name.
Melt
Hall
the
& Oates.
ice.
Do you know about Hall & Oates?
I do know Hall & Oates.
From the yesterday's educational moments we had in here, or just because of their prolific music?
A little bit of both. Prolific music. My dad listened to them a ton growing up, and also I heard you going on about them, and I was like, "Yeah, man, I definitely know about Hall & Oates."
I don't want to. I heard you say something yesterday that I feel like I'm guilty of sometimes. Pop culture shaming.
You're a big pop culture
I
shamer.
am. I want to shed that.
But I think it's an age thing.
It is an
like
age
when once you get to like 28, you're like, "Hey, man, I've seen a lot of stuff, and you should watch this too." I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, it's mostly me wanting you to experience the cool things.
Shamer.
Pop culture shaming.
I do have a story for you because you told me that I told you I hadn't seen Billy Madison.
No, the way you phrased it, because I was not forced to watch it, but I was like, finally had to watch Billy Madison or Wedding Singer.
But I
I'm
went
like,
home
what?
last night and I opened up Hulu and I put on Billy Madison.
Don't.
I fell asleep 7 minutes into it.
No!
I'm gonna try again, but like I tried for you, Dan. I went home and I actively tried to watch it. I'm gonna finish it. Instead, I ended up watching like a Kevin Hart stand-up special.
Oh my god.
How far did you get? Did you get to the conditioner and the shampoo battle?
I got like to the opening scene where he was on a pool floaty with like sunscreen on his stomach, and I fell asleep. I was really tired, man.
Conditioner is better. I make the hair smooth.
I'm gonna finish watching it. But
Billy
I told you I
Madison-
liked The Wedding
Dude,
Singer.
Billy
It's
Madison was
so-
life-changing. The Wedding Singer is my favorite
Really sweet.
love story.
It was really
You've
good.
seen it,
It's a
right?
great movie.
Yes.
80s.
By the way, Joes, you're kind of stunting today.
Oh, thank you. It's Tuesday.
Julie got that song. Billy Idol been like, "Hey man, I know some of my friends over in
I know,
make
right?
some music. Can I kiss her, man?" Give us a kiss. I have a big. I love the love story where the girl was with the wrong guy,
Oh, Julia.
Yes.
Julia.
and the guy eventually gets her. That to me is justice. It's romantic justice.
It was good. I told you, I didn't find it that funny. I found it more sweet than anything.
Yeah,
else.
it's not super. It's not like Billy Madison slapstick. You can tell like
Yes.
Adam Sandler was in a different mindset. He was like right out of early 20s.
You know what's the best
But Wedding
movie
Singer
for
was in
that,
his
right?
30s. What?
Guy wrong, girl with the wrong guy. Coming to America,
Yes.
of course.
McDonald's.
Yes. I love that movie.
I'm
so
not
much.
gonna even.
You
ask
watched it, right?
What movie?
Coming to
Coming
America.
to America.
Oh, I didn't hear what you said, and then I
watch
just
it.
started nodding along. And
You're right. I caught
I do that a lot.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes I just like space out, and I'll just be thinking about like, yo,
Coming
How do
to
bees
America.
work?
And you don't want to ask.
They were
ask,
cold.
hey, can you repeat that?
Can't ask. Can you repeat it?
Yeah.
For sure, man.
Hall Notes are suing each other, and which led us to what are the best duos of all time. You're part of a duo, the
We
We
got
Got
Ice
Ice
duo.
duo. They're part of mine. Joe, do you have any great duos?
Yeah.
What's your favorite duo?
Batman and Robin.
It's a good duo.
That's of all time. That's your top duo.
I
Gotta
don't know
be
if
up
that's my
there.
top
Yes.
duo.
What are we? You say it like it's like what? Yes, it's Batman and Robin. What are you? The dynamic
Well, I mean,
duo.
no offense.
They're literally the
dynamic
dynamic
duo.
duo.
Batman he's had plenty of Robins. Though.
Yeah, he does switch
He
out
does.
Robin.
He switched out
He
Robins
does,
a
but
bunch.
they still are called Robins, so it's fine.
The
And
original
that's,
Robin
That's
from, like,
the
Jer-
sidekick.
from the original Batman,
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Did they give a reason why they broke up?
Batman and Robin.
Batman. and
No,
Robin?
Hall and Oates. Like, why did
Oh,
they hate
they're
why do they
beefing
hate
over.
each other?
It's over money, bro.
over money. It's
always over money,
So
man.
we're talking about it's about their catalog of music. So they got like a deep catalog,
yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of artists are now selling their catalogs.
Yeah.
Like Bruce Springsteen sold his for $500 million.
Didn't Justin Bieber sell his a
200
couple
million.
years ago
Thank
for
you.
crazy amount of money?
Yeah, Katy Perry of all people. She doesn't have that many hits.
She got some
Whoa,
hits, bro.
She's got hits.
Okay, in
Dude,
comparison,
Katy Perry or Lady Gaga? You can only listen to one of
Lady
them.
Gaga.
Lady
Lady
Gaga,
Gaga.
easy.
All
Lady
day,
Gaga.
every day.
I'm
Dude,
a monster.
Dude, Lady
I'm a mini
Gaga's got
monster.
she got hits,
hits
bro.
for days.
She got so
but
many.
Katy
I love
Perry,
Lady Gaga.
I'm looking at this list. In comparison to this list, she's on with Bruce Springsteen, Phil Collins, Bob Dylan, Tina Turner, David Bowie, Sting. All got $250 million or more
Crazy, dude.
for their catalog. Katy Perry got $225. Bieber got $200 million.
I remember the Bieber one. I don't fully understand how that works. Like you sell your music and they
You
can
sell
just
your
use
music
it?
to a company, and then that company owns your catalog, and that company can then distribute your music to video games, movies,
Oh, okay. Or like commercials and stuff.
commercials.
I'm sure you still get like a piece of it.
Yeah, like
if
a
you're-
royalty on it or
Yeah, I
something?
mean, as long as your like contract.
I don't
is
know.
good. Yeah, that depends.
I think you give up the royalties for the lump sum.
That makes sense.
Like, there's a chance that Bieber's music can amass over $200 million,
Do you think they get $200 million check?
or just like
It's a
Is
Great
is
question.
Like over time.
It's gotta be over
like
time.
20 years.
probably over time, because then you can invest it.
Like,
in
Well,
contract.
these bigger companies, like Interscope, has that money. Like they can wire you.
I don't know if I'd want a $200 million check.
pop culture shame.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's too much money in one check.
You know what's funny?
I'm over here. That's too. You got to break that up.
Imagine you have to like. You
Yeah, you get like. I gotta
go
pull
to
up to a TD Bank drive-through. This woman named Donna is my like. She's helping me out. I'm like, hey, could you just deposit in my savings?
Yeah,
Dude,
you
when
know,
I
you'll
was
get more
No
back
way.
if you put it in this.
when
No way.
Algieri fought Pacquiao, he told me
High
that
interest.
he got his fight check for fighting Pacquiao, and it was like a couple million. And
Yeah.
he said he was the scaredest he's ever been in his life.
Yeah.
Have you ever like closed a bank account and then they give you all of your money
Yeah.
in a check and you have to drive to a new bank? Those 5 minutes of my life are the worst moments of my life.
Holding that little thing, it's your life, right?
Please don't let me lose this $2 I have.
There. Wait, I wrote
Yo,
down some of
yeah.
my favorite duos. What do I have? Wayne and Garth,
Wayne and Garth's a good one.
Wayne's World.
You want me to go? All
Yes.
right, you
Wile E. Coyote and the Roadrunner,
That's a good
Yes.
pick.
and then I got
that.
Tequila and Lime.
Oh wow. What's your favorite duo shows?
I don't know.
Tequila and lime, that's daytime alcoholism, but I respect it.
Right.
It is what it is.
Well, I mean, other than Batman and Robin, I'll probably say. You know what? Sports wise, I'll say Kobe, Shaq.
Ah.
Those were
Scotty and Mike.
no. I'll go Kobe, Shaq, bro. They were like, I get it. You know, with the whole, Michael Jordan, but there was
Didn't
a
they
lot.
not like really like each
Yeah.
other though?
But there was a lot of spotlight on just Michael Jordan, and Scotty was like ignored. When it was like those two titans, it was like both of them were like Kobe
fair.
and Shaq were
They,
like
they didn't even coexist for that long. They played for about
They
5
should
or
have
6
played-
years.
I
And then,
wish they
and then
played
obviously,
longer.
I'm not bringing up Kobe. I'm not doing it.
So,
Not doing it. Did it last week on the show.
you already brought up 9/11,
I
Dan.
invoked 9/11 on the show.
no, you can't. Yeah,
Flight Simulator.
So Kobe and Shaq are number 16 on the top 500
Oh, look at
greatest
this list.
duos
There's a
of
list?
all time
Bert Nerd.
by the
Romeo and
realrundown.com.
Oh wait, so do we have to guess who number one is, or are you guys gonna tell us?
I mean, we could go up. We'll scroll up
Because
slowly.
I'm very curious.
So
on who
you
number
got
one is.
13 Han Solo and Chewbacca.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Respect it.
That's a good one.
Good
Are you a
duo.
big Star Wars guy, Dan?
I am.
Never
I
watched-
know you are,
Huge.
Joe.
Never watched a minute
I'm
of
out
it.
on Star Wars.
Don't know
Out
anything
on
about
Star
it.
Wars?
Out on Star Wars. I'll watch them all, but I'm
Okay.
out on it.
I'm a casual.
I hate Luke
You like
Skywalker.
Clone Wars?
I do, but like I'm a casual in the sense that I haven't seen everything Star Wars has made.
That's
like
fine.
I've seen the movies and I've seen some Clone Wars, but like
Clone
some
Wars
people
is-
watch
I love
everything.
These
and
kids
they know
were
the
calling
lore.
me Obi-Wan Kenobi from an early age. I had no
Obi-Wan.
idea what it even meant.
That's
Obi-Wan
a cool
Kenobi,
nickname
yeah.
to get though.
And I was like, I never seen it.
I'm surprised you're
Uncle
not a Star
Ben.
Wars guy.
Yeah.
That shocks me.
Never once. Never even
That's
a second of it.
cinema.
When did the first Star Wars movie come out?
70s.
1977.
That's crazy, man.
Number 12.
Number 12, Laurel and Hardy.
Who's that?
I don't know who that is.
I know Ed Hardy. Ed Hardy in Affliction. That's
Look
a
them
dude.
up. Laurel and Hardy, the comedy duo from back in the day.
They were their comedy duo?
Oh, these guys?
Yeah, I remember them.
Fat guy and a skinny guy.
Steve Martin and Martin Short's a good. That's a good
wow.
duo. That should be on this list.
So,
Number
boom,
11.
Trying to impress me now. 11.
Woody and Buzz.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That is a
Yes.
good one. Have you
Good
watched?
one.
Did you watch Only Murders in the Building?
No.
The new show of Steve Martin, Martin Short, and
No.
Selena Gomez. You should.
No.
It's really good.
I'm into that.
I enjoy
will
it.
watch that.
It's a funny dynamic. I like it.
We're in the
Yeah.
top 10 now.
Yeah.
Top 10. You ready for the number 10? Number 10.
Ooh, Ed. Oh, Bert and Ernie. SpongeBob and Patrick.
That's big for me.
Yes.
That's big for
That's
me.
a good
Yes.
one.
That is a good one.
Top 10.
I like duos
Cracking
when
the
they
top
don't have
10.
bad endings.
Right.
Like a duo, like that's why I was kind of
Yes.
out on the Kobe Shaq thing because they like hated each other for a
Right.
while.
Yeah.
And,
They
like,
did.
that's like that's not a great duo.
It's not fun.
No,
Yes.
it's awkward, and it's like how much did you guys actually like each other?
They ended up coming back.
Bacon and eggs.
Bacon and eggs.
Now we're talking.
That's a.
I don't know. I think that's a trio though,
That's-
because bacon, egg, and cheese.
No cheese.
in my head.
You don't have to have cheese.
You can,
Some people
But, like,
don't do
you can
cheese.
get away with just bacon
If
and
you
eggs.
said you want a bacon and egg, it's kind of that's kinda
bacon and
Well,
eggs on
yeah,
a plate in
Bacon
the
and
morning.
eggs on a plate, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
On a plate.
Bacon, egg, and cheese has overtaken the just bacon and
BEC.
egg.
But that's a sandwich. We're talking like a plate.
Oh,
I
okay.
no, I agree, but
So
I'd
I
rather
think if you're
consume it
making
in a sandwich.
That is true. I do
Made a
consume
sandwich, man.
bacon, eggs, and cheese in a sandwich.
It's much better.
Sheldon and Amy from what's that smart show?
Big Bang Theory.
Big
That's
Bang
a
Theory.
hard. The fact that that's on this is hard.
Yeah.
That's not 8 worthy.
I've
Phineas
never
and
seen a
Ferb. Are you
full
a
episode.
Phineas and Ferb guy?
I am sneaky funny show.
I didn't watch it.
I
Even
never
as an
watched
adult,
it. Us
still
three.
pretty
I know
funny.
they are, I just
I
didn't
know it was
Before
a
my
cartoon.
time. After my
Phineas
time.
and Ferb was like my childhood prime.
Was that on Cartoon Network?
Disney Channel? That was like when I was 10 years old. That first started coming out, so that was like prime. I'm into this.
Okay.
Duos.
Number 6, Scooby and
Oh, yeah.
Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Makes sense.
I feel like they should have been top 5.
Scooby and Shaggy.
well, let's
Yeah.
see.
Snubbed.
Ready?
Snubbed.
Burger and fries.
Okay.
That's not
Okay.
moving.
Pretty
the needle.
synonymous.
That's
Yeah.
not moving the needle.
Pretty
for me.
synonymous. Mario,
Yes.
Luigi,
Okay. They should be top 5.
How do you
That's a
say
good
Mario?
one.
You say Mario?
Mario. I have a friend who's in broadcasting, and when Mariota was
Marcus
Mario,
Mariota.
Mario.
when he was going for the Heisman, he was like, "It's Mariota.
Mario.
It's Mario."
I say Mario.
Mario.
And then we ran a Mario Kart tournament like
Yeah.
2 years ago here, and I got ripped to shreds by the way I said Mario.
How'd you
Mario.
Did you say Mario?
No, I said Mario.
That's the proper way to say
Some
it.
But
people say
everyone says
Mario.
Mario.
The American
Yeah, I hear a
Mario.
lot of people say Mario. I say
Mario.
Mario.
It's a me.
It's a me.
Number
Mario.
3, Batman and Robin.
There you go.
Mario.
Wait, didn't I've read something recently
Batman
that's
and Robin.
not what he's actually saying. If you
It's a
Google
me,
this, he's
a
not
man.
saying it's a me Mario. He's saying something else.
I actually watched it the other
I
day. the
swear
guy
I
that
saw a
does the
TikTok
voice.
about this, and it's like he's not saying. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought I said he's not saying it's a me Mario. He's
So it
saying
was on
something else.
Mario TikTok.
My TikTok
I
is
was.
weird, dude. It's like farmers and like
Itsumi.
Yeah.
His first name is Itsumi Mario.
yeah. So he's not.
Sumi.
It's
His
Sumi.
name is Itsumi Mario.
Yes, Mario's his last
He wants
name.
Luigi. If I read that Luigi's suing Mario,
But like,
I'm out. I'm out.
I came up with
Wild
an
claim.
I came
Wild
up with an
claim.
idea for a show that I want to do with Jack on our channel, our second channel, where we each create fake news headlines, and then we find real news headlines, and
Love
we
that.
pitch them to each other
That's awesome.
and see if we can tell which one was the fake one and which one was the real
We
one.
got ice too.
Just
We
spreading
got
fake.
ice too.
We're
Throw in
basically.
some
I want
strap.
to encourage fake information.
I love fake
Let's
information.
muck it up even more than it already is.
Oh, it
All
was.
right, number 2, Tom and Jerry.
That's a great one. I love Tom and Jerry.
They're,
Tom and
they're-
Jerry- Tom and
they're
Jerry, yeah.
So
But they hate each other.
They do
don't.
hate each-
They love
but
each other.
They
do
kind of
love
need.
each other.
It's a Wile E. Coyote Roadrunner situation.
Paxton.
Facts, where they kind of need each other
Yes.
to exist.
If you ever
it's like
look,
the Yankees and the Red Sox.
if
Facts.
you, if
All
you
good
ever
rivals.
watch an episode of Tom and Jerry, whenever the other one is about to like go through a bad time, The other one is there to try to like help them out.
Honestly,
every single time.
I did.
I saw that.
I also saw something where it's like it gives them purpose in life.
Yes.
A house cat needs something to do.
Oh,
Yes.
is that,
Chase after
is
a
that
mouse.
Yeah, it's a good point. And I'm like, honestly,
How's it going,
that's
Pax?
facts.
And the
that
number
mic
one,
not working?
the number
It's off?
one
It's
duo,
dead?
according to RealRundown.com,
Lennon and
John
McCartney.
Lennon and Paul McCartney.
Ooh.
Iconic duo, but I don't know if they're not. Are they number one since they broke up? That's what I mean.
Well, he died.
Oh, he did die. But
He-
they didn't.
he
They also like
He
break
got
up.
shot.
Break up before
He got
that.
shot.
They had beef.
There was some beef.
Did you watch the Beatles doc that came out a few years ago on
But I
Apple?
I didn't.
I-
Are you a
when I
big
think-
Beatles guy? Sorry to interrupt you.
No, when I think of the Beatles, I think about all of them. I don't.
I
Yeah, but
agree.
Paul
Think about
McCartney.
just-
If
Oh.
you watch,
No one thinks about Ringo. Come on.
if you watch the doc when they made that final album, it was all Paul McCartney, and then John Lennon would kind of like he was like doing his own thing. Yoko Ono was in the room,
well,
and then like John Lennon will be in the corner just writing "Let It Be" in like 10 minutes.
You ever listen to a Yoko Ono
It's
song?
unreal.
No, I haven't.
It's amazing.
Really? I
So, hold the phone.
I've never listened. My favorite, the first time like I got into music was when I listened to the whole Sgt. Pepper's album. That was the first time that like I developed my own music taste, and I was like, I like this.
Nice.
Were you a Beatles guy, Joez?
Important
I've listened
statement.
to Beatles. Yes.
Paxton, welcome.
The Beatles do have a song coming out. They are releasing an unreleased song, and they're using AI technology.
I
Do you
hate
guys
that.
know
I
that?
hate that.
I think I'm out.
There's
on
one
that.
more song. There
I
were
don't
3 songs that
Hate
were
it.
never released. The 2 of them have been released. There's one more that's coming out.
Well, that's just like a.
Glad you
money-
brought up AI.
That's like a money grab.
Rob, can you pull up the
I'm out on
Sports Illustrated?
already
If you
did.
go to my Twitter,
Yes.
That's
just
what I
go to my Twitter. The Sports Illustrated yesterday.
you
The
guys-
story came out that they created a fake person that's writing AI articles on.
It's a little scary.
It's very scary.
Very
and
scary.
As a media person, all of us, we should be offended.
I just
horrified.
would like to show Zoe this one song by
Please
Yoko
do.
Ono from 13 years ago that was performed at an art show.
Oh, great.
Oh.
You could leave it on mute.
I can't hear it, and that makes it so much better. Because I'm just watching the
Didn't
reaction.
she kind of get exonerated though? Like everyone looks at her as the reason why the Beatles broke up.
I'm gonna be honest, Rob. I'm proud of you for holding that bit. You really had me convinced I was about to listen to a banger. I was like, Rob's about to educate me, man.
Why
They
she
only
do
use
that?
AI to clean up John's voice from previous recording. Whatever. I don't care. AI sucks.
I'm out.
AI doesn't suck.
Yeah, it doesn't.
But like, I don't need
If
it
if it's used the way that it's being used recently, it scares me.
Cardi,
Well,
B,
it's
Cardi
scary.
B
Sports
suing.
Illustrated.
No, it is very scary.
Sports Illustrated, which was once meant something,
Yeah.
is now using AI generated fake people. They created a fake person named Drew Ortiz and then have a bunch of his articles on Sports Illustrated, and he's not even a real person. So they're getting rid of humans that write
So
stories.
does it scare you that it could take your job, or
Yes.
does it challenge you to be better?
No, it's pretty horrifying.
I think it's pretty hard. I think it's more of the first. Like it's.
I agree.
I think it's more horrifying than anything.
Yeah, it is
And also, it's
terrifying.
like hard enough to get for people to get jobs. It's like the media landscape changes, and it's harder. More and more writers are getting
Right.
forced out. And now they're Sports Illustrated put out this statement that's just so ridiculous.
This is crazy.
This is an AI generated statement.
This is not accurate.
That was the AI.
Go
protecting
back to the
itself.
guy, the first guy that they created in a lab. There
So
he
now
is.
we have to worry about fake news from
That's
AI
an
generated.
That guy.
That's an AI.
That's
human.
Drew Ortiz.
He's not real.
No, his jawline. Is
And then
too.
the second that they were challenged on it, like someone found it, the SI or whoever, they blamed it on an outside company. They deleted every single story that all these AI writers ever wrote.
Really?
Did they have?
That's
like a-
not that doesn't scream anything.
How many
Yeah,
did they
I'll play
have?
it all.
It's not
A
suspicious.
lot.
That's crazy.
It wasn't like big story. They were like, it was just like AP Wire stories.
You ever
So-
think that maybe AI people are real in their own little? Sorry, I'm just kidding.
Wow,
That
where you
got
going?
too
I was
deep.
not ready.
It
for
is.
that.
It is very scary considering how little jobs there are in print, anyways.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah, I
like
think
you also get
yeah.
like paid like $40,000 a year, even if you're like a good writer. And now it's just AI taking your job. That's
Not only that, like
crazy, dude.
Sports Illustrated recently got bought out by this like media conglomerate, and
Mm-hmm.
they're like hollowing out Sports Illustrated. There's only a few actual writers there,
Yeah.
and they're like farming out their stories to like different places. So I'm not surprised by this, and I bet you
Sports
they're not
Illustrated is weird.
No,
they're not the only company that's doing this too.
That's
No.
very scary because for me, I went to college to work for like Sports Illustrated. Like that was my
Right?
goal.
Yeah.
Growing up, like
That was the goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Growing up, we got Sports Illustrated delivered to my house. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure, and that was a big deal. Like opening up Sports Illustrated and going through. They had like real like journalists and
Right.
stuff. And now it's Drew Ortiz.
Well,
You ain't never gonna meet him.
Good thing
fired.
I got to delete all the DMs I sent to Drew Ortiz. I was
Hey,
gonna-
I
I love your writing, man.
Really
It
looking-
really resonates.
really
with me.
looking for a job, Drew.
I was desperate.
I was wondering why he wasn't tweeting as much.
Yeah, dude.
anymore.
He never
Drew?
responded
Yeah.
to my jokes.
Got rid of it. Did you guys see Ludacris?
Dude, I
Oh
love-
yeah,
He
flying.
fell
in
from the sky.
Yeah, I tweeted it out and I was like, I just don't understand why. And people are like, why not? I mean, that's a valid point. Ludacris at a Falcons game was just like, was it like one of those fisheye
Here it is.
lenses?
Zoe, did you see this?
I did not. I didn't know Ludacris was still doing stuff.
And this is like the definition of doing a lot.
I mean,
The fact that he has a sign
I don't know if I
up there
like
with
this.
his name is
He's
It's pretty ballsy by him to go do that.
The trust that he has in
A lot
that
of
is
trust.
insane.
like you don't need to do it. He's worth so much because of those movies.
I mean, that's.
well,
Fast
maybe
and
that's why
Furious?
he needs to do it. He needs
I'm
to
gonna be
level
honest.
up.
This looks really cool.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
That's
I'm
one of those
kinda- I'm kinda
360
big into
degree
this.
cameras, isn't it?
He kind of like
Yeah.
somewhat got
think so.
roasted for it, but didn't.
I don't like how jerky
It gives me a little.
is.
Remember that when Weekend did the Super Bowl halftime show?
Yeah.
And that meme of him
It's
really close to the
running
camera
through.
came out? That's kind of what this reminds
That's a
me
Well,
of.
this
Great.
wasn't during halftime.
No,
right?
it was-
It was like the middle of the third quarter.
That's kind of crazy.
That's why it was weird.
That
It
is
was just
like- TV
First and
performance
10
and
for
now
the
Ludacris
Falcons.
performance.
yeah.
Did you see also quarterback? What's his name?
During a TV timeout?
Jameis Winston. When this was happening, was so into it and so excited that he started rapping
That's
to.
that's amazing. Dude, he's just going.
He's
crazy.
not hyping him up. He's not hyping him up and like telling him we need to get back into this game. He's literally rapping the words.
I just like to imagine some like 70-year-old.
Maybe that's his pregame song.
Some 70-year-old radio announcer. It's like, first and 10 for the Falcons, and the halfback toss, and Ludacris is in the end zone. Performing his newest
Derek
hit.
Carr,
Yeah.
one of the most like holiest peoples out
That's
there. He's just
awesome.
like,
Is Derek Carr like a very religious person?
I believe so.
I think so,
Yeah.
Is that Derek Carr?
Yeah.
I know nothing about Derek Carr.
Yeah, dude, just like rapping to Derek Carr.
So
just
funny,
like,
man.
But like, who's the guy who came up to Ludacris and just like, Luda,
I got an idea.
got an idea?
I bet you anything he came up with it.
You think
want you
so?
to
And
jump-
he's like, hey,
1000%.
Falcons. Hey,
Well,
Falcons.
yeah,
Somebody
like, I
pitched
mean,
him on
I
The
got an
Falcons
idea.
are pretty good
He
with
definitely
their
got pitched
like
on that.
Stuff.
Well, the Falcons are great with their like pop culture and athletes and artists and everything in Atlanta. And Ludacris is an Atlanta guy, so it doesn't surprise me.
They're very good at honoring their.
Well, it's
people
not like the
from
Falcons
their
are having a
town.
great season either, so it's like you
Next
know what?
week, Nelly.
Put them up in
In
the
the thick of it.
rafters.
Next week is Nelly.
Really?
Next week
No,
is
it's St.
Nelly.
Louis.
No.
No,
They don't have a team.
not anymore.
Nelly's
Oh,
from St. Louis.
sorry.
Country Grammar.
Yeah,
And that's
true.
an album. That's an album. You
Country
guys see
Grammar.
Jack
Did you show them
Harlow?
the video I sent you?
Mac with cheese.
Yeah, we'll play it in a soon.
Can you play Jack? Can you put up the
Yeah.
Jack Harlow? Jack Harlow performed at the Lions game.
You could have gone one or two ways. I know how you feel about Jack Harlow, but there's an alternate universe where you love Jack
No, I hate
Harlow,
him.
and it's like your way of being
I'm
like, dude, I
not-
know what's happening.
I remember earlier in the week I said I saw him on something TikTok
Call her
or
daddy.
something, and I was like, this guy needs to be humbled. He's too cocky.
He's
He's
been
just,
around for a minute, right?
I just don't like him. And then he comes
Yeah,
out.
Why?
I've never liked
Never
Jack
in
Harlow.
on, not in on. I think he's
I don't
corny.
know.
I think he's cringy. I think his music is obviously catchy. But he went out there during halftime of the Detroit Lions game with a $20 set standing on it, and he got absolutely eviscerated online.
Well, I don't know.
Look at that. Dude's on Saran wrap.
That's
that a
that's how
tarp?
I dance at like
It
a
is a
wedding
tarp.
when
That's
I'm
a
really
tarp?
awkward.
Yeah.
I'm like, what up?
He's on
like
that
the
thing
basic
that he's
movements.
on that thing that you put when you're painting.
He looks like
Yeah, when you're painting, you put that.
he's
so
like
that you don't
Dexter
get it.
Morgan. He's
Yes.
about to
Yeah.
kill
Put it
you.
on there.
And
Yeah.
he got roasted. Like he thought, listen, it's 12 o'clock. It's the first football game. It's halftime. The Lions are good. I'm coming out. Didn't even know they did this at halftime
Right.
for Thanksgiving games. He's like, I'm Jack Harlow. I think I'm a big deal. I got this new song out. He goes and checks his Twitter, and he is getting roasted, Joe's.
Yeah.
The set.
Well, he should be.
Look at that set.
That's
I'm telling you,
brutal.
it was like
I don't
they
know.
just
You know
made
the
it.
sound that you walk on, like when you're on tarp and you do
Yeah.
that. Oh, he's just hearing that throughout his microphone.
I think we have some reactions. There were a lot.
I don't know if anybody like over the age of 17 likes Jack Harlow. He's like for kids, I think.
Well, this is interesting because this came out. His performance was the day after his Call Her Daddy episode came out, which typically when someone's on Call Her Daddy, it blows up on the internet, all positive, all great, everyone's talking about him. So he went from people talking about him great, and then 24 hours later, it's...
I think he needed to be humbled a little bit.
Good.
Oh, that's...
Is that a Kevin Hargrave vehicle?
That's a great tweet.
My favorite
That
thing to
has to be
do.
Kevin.
My favorite thing to do is
Good tweet.
figure out which John Boy
Which
Media
social
social
media
media
person.
person did this.
That's definitely Kevin.
That's a fun
Could
game.
be Kevin or Kyle. What is this? My 6.
That was just you.
That was me.
You were like, who the hell is this guy?
I just think he's corny. I think he's so corny.
Do you listen to like any modern rappers?
No, they all suck. Jack,
There's a couple good ones.
J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Baby Keem's really good.
Who?
You would like him. He's
No,
like
this is reverse pop culture shaming.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not shaming. I'm telling.
No, I welcome it.
He's like modern day
John
Kendrick Lamar.
Taffer.
I mean, that's not.
Creed had one of the best ever.
How much football did you watch on Thanksgiving?
I have it on in the background.
I didn't really watch that much.
I didn't. It was bad games. And all the games were bad.
You have to have it on for at least a little bit.
Yeah, I always have it in the
It's part of
background,
it.
but if I'm watching it, I feel like
Well,
I'm disturbing the peace.
I don't want to be the prototypical guy on the couch watching football all day
Yeah.
while the
Turning
women,
it up.
while the women are out cooking all day. Like Zoe, you have a 52 person Thanksgiving.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest Thanksgiving I've ever attended.
52 people.
How do you guys
lot of
do
people.
it? Do you guys have to like split it up, go about it differently? Do y'all like do a part of the cooking?
Yeah, there's like I think it's a sign. My mom sends like an email to like her kids.
That's awesome.
There's like a
There's a CC
Yeah.
every
Yeah, we
You
gotta
have to sign up for what you
Yeah,
do.
Sign up
dude,
what you
no,
want.
that's like facts. We
Yeah.
get a group.
That's so cool.
We get a group email, and it's always my mom being like, "All right, it's the same shit every year." She's always like, "I'm not doing all the cooking again," even though she secretly, if we took it away from her, she would kill us all. She secretly loves it, but she's like, "I'm not doing all the cooking this year."
She's got
So she sends out an email, and we all have to like pick what we do. And because I'm the only one who live out of state, I'm always like, "I'll buy alcohol." I'll I'll buy some,
nice.
I'll bring or I'll give money.
I'll
And
bring
then
ice.
She's always like, hell no, Lorenzo, you have the most complicated dish. And I'm like, okay, bet. Like this year, she was like, you're making the mashed potatoes. And I was like, no,
That's
I'm
the
not.
easiest one.
So easy.
Mashed
But dude, I didn't get
Complicated.
home till like Wednesday.
You boil
And
the
I gotta make
potatoes?
mashed potatoes
That's all
for
you
50
do. You
people.
throw butter.
You just
That is
mash
a lot
some
of people.
salt.
That's a lot of.
That's a lot of potatoes.
Did you do it?
No.
Okay.
I gave my mom $100 and I said, here's for the potatoes and I will bring alcohol. And
What's
I
the
said, I'm not
seating
arrangement
arrangement when it comes to
Have
52
you
people?
graduated from the kid table?
We don't have tables really.
You just stand
Eat on your
around.
lap.
There's,
You stand
there's
up
like
and
a
eat.
kitchen island, and then there's like one table with like 5 seats. And if you get one of those seats, man, you did a great job.
You don't get up.
Yeah.
You don't
Otherwise,
get up for the rest
a
of the
lot
day.
of standing around, a lot of talking, and now we've reached the point where there's like kids. So it's like 8 kids running around, like, go play a game with me. And I'm like,
Did any of the Demalias see Dolly Parton's performance?
we all saw it. It was actually a group watch of this, and a
All
lot of
the
mixed
men
takes.
got quiet.
There was a lot of mixed takes on it.
Talk about winning the day. That's a 77-year-old woman right there.
Yeah.
My
You know what?
Take it away, Paxton.
I saw her in Knoxville. I went to the game in Knoxville. Good for the soul, good for the heart. And Dolly Parton walked out, and
good.
we couldn't hear shit from her. So seeing her once again a week later on TV, great.
Time out.
I'm good on
Joe's with the rogue. I'm good.
Why?
I'm good. Like
I thought it was
What are you-
cool.
what are
but
you
I
good
didn't-
on?
Good on.
Joe,
not-
are you
like
saying
there were
that-
guys out there like, oh my gosh, she's so hot.
Yeah, that
So
was,
wait.
that was
Tony
that,
Romo.
That
I have
was
a
little
question.
crazy.
Is Dolly Parton not the same as Meg the Stallion throwing out the first
No
pitch?
way. No
Okay.
way close.
Okay, if you got a grade on a
felt like
curve
you
though,
did.
she's 77.
You have to
Look
give.
at that outfit.
Yeah, but I'm good. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm not doing all that. Like,
But
But
she
if
looks
you're
great.
like, what age are you like? Oh yeah, that's it. Like, at what point in your life
it's
does
not
that
an
look
age.
good
It's
for
not
you?
an age thing. I'm not with the look.
Was she singing or lip syncing?
Like,
Lip syncing.
Because it was pretty.
She looks
hard.
very
I was a
plasticky.
little. I understand,
And
like
I'm
she's
right
like a
on that.
legend stuff, but her lip syncing was like.
I don't
Oh,
think
her
they
singing
can
of Rocky
do-
Top was,
it was bad.
trash.
77.
No,
They
I
can't-
agree.
But even like Jack Harlow was lip syncing.
I agree.
Like all of them.
Yeah.
They,
Look at-
you can't in 5 minutes. You can't play a whole set
It's
and
fair.
like audio check and
It's fair.
But look
I
at
don't
the
know.
set her set compared to Jack Harlow's.
Way better.
Jack Harlow's was literally bought the night before.
Well, like
on Amazon. She's on a stage.
It's prime delivery.
Yes, she's on a stage in the middle of Cowboy Stadium.
Who does the
rocking?
Who picks the sets? Like, I'm assuming the artist isn't designing the set, right?
Dude,
Probably got say.
So like Jack Harlow, I'm assuming he probably showed up and they were like, "Yo, this is your set," and then Dolly Parton, they were like, "Yeah, we built you this."
Yeah.
Like at Cowboys.
Jack Harlow, someone got fired. Someone on his team got fired because he took the brunt of that. Dolly, she became a hero. It was nice to see.
It was cool.
The entire Twitter world unite over love of Dolly Parton because we live in a divided country.
You want to hear Tony
honest.
Romo?
Tony Romo was extremely horny.
Yeah, he was.
This is like 10 minutes after.
Yeah, Tony Romo was a little rogue.
Yeah, it's not great.
The smile was crazy.
Good play.
That's a look of a horny man.
I'm sorry.
And Jim Nance is like, man, you're horny.
Mikey, we got audio?
I can probably say it.
No.
She was wearing the Cowboys cheerleading outfit.
Yeah.
You saw that coming, didn't you? You said,
had-
I think she's going to go with a little cheerleading outfit tonight. And I was like, wow, it's pretty good. She was wearing the...
Yo, Romo's kind of funny to me. He'll like literally say anything.
Yeah.
I like him.
He's kind of like he kind of breaks a lot
Good
of
for her.
broadcaster rules. Like,
I'm alright.
we're not asking you to have sex with her, Joe.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
just
Joe-
saying.
Joe,
Look,
nobody
you
said-
don't understand the comments that I see.
Nah, I'm good.
Joe,
You
yeah.
see the comments I seen on Twitter.
Joe's is trying to correct some past horniness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like you're going anti-horny now.
Yeah, he's trying to like make up for that one clip that we have going by.
No, I stand by that. I stand by that. Meg Thee Stallion. Yeah, yes. Ice Spice. Yes.
Wait, what?
Like,
Oh
there's
yeah,
a
I forgot
lot.
the Ice Spice.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Dolly Parton's just not moving the needle for me, Pop. I'm just not. Like, good for her. Like, you
I
know,
think the point of it is that she's so old and she still looks good.
I will say, I thought she had
Yeah.
a belly button ring on.
Well,
That's
she's-
where I was like, okay, let's not. It was a star.
But she's also like known for a lot of things. Like she's known for her music. She's known for like she's amazing when it comes to philanthropy.
yes.
She's also known for having giant breasts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she basically leaned in.
And those
just
were
being a
out,
dumb
baby!
blonde.
To the point where Tony Romo, 10 minutes later, in the booth on national television on Thanksgiving Day, was horned up.
What is going on?
He was definitely. He was definitely.
I just imagine Joe starving, haven't eaten all day. The
he's
TV
like,
comes
"Nah,
up.
I'm out."
He's like, that's enough. Change this right now, man. And everyone's like, Joe, it's not that. No, man. Seriously, change it. I'm out.
It's not
Actually,
that
people in my house wanted to put Dominican baseball on, and they wanted to take the football off. They're like, "Yo, take the shit."
I'm not against that, man.
I couldn't. We didn't have the channel, so we couldn't get it. You just had to leave that shit on in the background.
So you
Like,
were just in the corner fuming at Dolly
Yeah.
Parton, man. What
time
the
did
hell?
what time do you guys all eat? 52 people.
2 p.m.
Wow.
2 p.m.
That's when we
Dude.
had our first like.
That's a great.
Antipost.
That's a great
3:30.
time to eat.
You eat at
I have
2?
2 Thanksgivings. One on Thanksgiving is at noon, and then the day after, which is my other grandparents, is a dinner. So we have 2.
Wow.
2 p.m. was pretty good for
You're probably
me. I'm
very
not gonna
tired
lie.
of turkey.
Very.
The turkey was kind of hitting this year, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was into the turkey.
I was too.
Usually I'm out on it. This year I put like seconds on my plate of turkey. I was
Turkey's so
about it.
dry.
Our
My mom
turkey's never
snapped.
dry though.
My mom kind of went crazy.
What do you
Okay.
guys? What's your guys' thoughts on Pop-Tarts?
Oh, I heard about this.
So
Wait, you have? I love Pop-Tarts.
I have a Pop-Tart story that's gonna blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Give me it.
Toast
College bowl season is right around the corner, and we have our first ever edible mascot. Introducing the Pop-Tarts Bowl. It will be played December 28th in Orlando, and the winner
Oh, okay.
is going to eat the mascot live
Yep.
on
Wait.
television.
Yep.
Wait.
This is previously the Cheez-It Bowl, which was also
Is somebody
known
wearing
as
it?
the Russell Athletic Bowl, the Champs Sports Bowl, the Florida Tangerine Bowl, and now it is the Pop-Tart Bowl, and their shtick. It's got to be something. Can't just have a bowl game these days.
I like
Can't
this.
just compete on the gridiron.
I also like
When,
this.
when
They're going to take a
Pop-Tart-
bite out of that.
Dude.
When Pop-Tart Boy, when the clock hit 0,
He's like,
he's just out.
Wait, so is the guy gonna be like a guy named like Tom in like a mascot suit, and they're just gonna
Maybe.
start eating it while we're
Sweaty.
in the
Do you think
suit?
he's going to be naked underneath?
That's a great question.
And you know that they're
Do
going
you
to show
toast
it.
them?
I'm assuming it's gonna be a part where like some of the
Ugh.
costume isn't edible and the outside of it is, so they can't like get to the person.
I'm gonna guess
the
that
person.
there is a like
you might
just
as well at this point.
actual giant Pop-Tart and then someone in a fake
Is that the Cheez-It last year?
This is the Mayo Bowl.
Yes, that is a normal thing.
Our resident college football analyst, Paxton.
Yeah, this is all typically pretty normal. The bowl names, they get pretty weird.
Maybe the bowls are becoming less and less like important because a lot of the players aren't playing in them because they don't want to ruin their draft stock.
Dude, could you imagine getting mayo dropped on you though?
It's disgusting.
Like,
I hate mayonnaise.
hey, this is
stop!
the...
I hate mayonnaise so much.
You're gonna win.
Hate mayonnaise?
I would lose on purpose if that was the
out
case.
On it. So out on it.
I hate mayo.
Really?
I hate
it, dude.
Mayo is delicious.
Mayo is disgusting.
But it also makes for a great instrument.
I kind of understand.
Delicious is a little strong.
On a sandwich?
I go Dijon.
Bro, mayo on a sandwich with like lettuce and tomato
Fuck the Vince
will
Lombardi
never
trophy.
not be good.
But back to the edible mascot. Like, I understand. Like, it's got my attention. Like, I will tune in.
I think it's going to be not a trophy, but like a giant Pop-Tart.
So there's
and
not
then
gonna be a human
going to
element
be
to it.
someone else in a Pop-Tart. Like, I don't think someone's going to be wearing a giant Pop-Tart and then, hey, hold on.
What flavor?
Or like if you're watching the game and they're gonna clearly show the mascot throughout the game, and then all this like with the preface that that eventually this thing's gonna get eaten by a bunch of college football players.
I want this
traumatizing for kids.
I want somebody to be baked as a Pop-Tart, like just full. He gets put in the dough, in the tanning bed, in the dough. He's laid out in like 115 degrees.
Bowl season's kind of cool.
Like
that's like peak Christmas time because it's like all week long.
Yeah.
Crazy bowls that really don't mean anything. So they got to come up with a gimmick, and I kind of like this one.
I like it too. I think it's adding. I got this message from Kyle yesterday. I haven't heard from Kyle in a while. Nothing attached to it, just this. And that was it. And so, I mean, I'm intrigued by it. I like it. I said I should go.
Joes, I have 2 questions for you.
What's the question?
1, what's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor? 2, do you toast your Pop-Tarts?
I toast them.
I don't.
I like them warm, and I like the
s'mores is really good.
S'mores is really
strawberry or raspberry.
Raspberry's a great one.
But it has to have the frosted outside.
Of course.
I mean, some people have it just raw. Like
strawberry is the best Pop-Tart.
Yeah.
I got so
Cinnamon.
jealous. Did you see when the Basement
Brown
Yard
sugar.
guys did the collaboration
Brown
with Pop-Tart?
sugar's alright.
This is the most jealous I've ever been of a
There's
person.
a Pop-Tart movie coming out.
Is there?
Oh my God.
Directed by Jerry Seinfeld.
I'm out.
Pull that up, Rob.
Yeah. Unfrosted, the Pop-Tart story.
Yes, I was in
like a
Vegas.
comedy?
Me, Algeri, and Ronnie were in Vegas for a fight, and we got invited to a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up routine right up your alley. Since you're a stand-up comedian now. And midway through, he just like stops his bit, and he's like, "I gotta tell you about Pop-Tarts. What's the deal?" And he's like, he said he's making a movie about Pop-Tarts, and some guy stood up in the crowd that's like the producer of it. It's he's fully funding it, Jerry.
He was about. Hey, hold on. I was about 8 when they invented the Pop-Tart. And the back of my head blew right off. I was in the supermarket aisle with my mother, and I'm like, hold it, hold up, hold everything. What the hell is that? That's what he said.
Not that crazy.
How was his stand-up special?
I'm a huge Seinfeld fan. I kind of knew what it was going to be heading in. I knew Jerry is very detached from real life. He's worth billions.
Yeah.
He had a bit about...
So much money.
He had a bit about family vacations and why he hates them because you're in a small motel. I'm like, bro, you're worth 1.2 billion.
I love it.
He's worth so much money.
He had some really good jokes. Like, we were laughing pretty hard at some points. Algeri fell asleep during it. Me and Ronnie, we came out of it saying that was better than we expected, but it was right in line with like a 65-year-old rich guy who's detached from reality. Had a few bangers.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to be...
It's cool to see him in person.
I feel like once your net worth hits a certain number, it's kind of hard
You're
to
not relatable anymore.
Like, Sandler's coming into New York December 11th, and like I was looking at tickets. The
He sings now, though.
Yeah, I love them. But they're like $250 a ticket.
But that's resale, right?
I don't know.
I don't know if I'd spend $250 on Adam Sandler.
Yeah. No.
Well, you got any jokes, though?
On me?
Yeah.
Well, my life's kind of a joke.
That's a joke right there. Boom.
I did tell my first ever stand-up joke this weekend, and it went horribly, dude. It went so
I kind of
bad.
respect it. I have a lot of friends that
dream.
are in the comedy world. My best friend, who's getting married next week, he got me into the improv world here in New York City. I went to, what's the name of it? The place here.
The Improv?
No, it's called Upright
Factory?
Citizens Brigade.
Okay.
It's awesome. It's like $5. It's the best first date you can go on. $5, and they do improv. It's Seinfeld improv. They're so talented. It's like the stars of tomorrow doing improv. And he introduced me to the whole world.
Awesome.
But everyone I've ever talked to in the comedy world says the hardest form of comedy is stand-up comedy.
It is, yeah, and then also you get paid $0. Like you don't make any money unless
like
you're
the
like
disparity
the 1%.
between the top. It's like the UFC. The top guys are making the top, and then the bottom are making nothing.
Oh my god, dude! I've never wanted to do
Upright Citizens Brigade. Thank you, Nate. It's an awesome place. I don't know if it's even open. I know COVID got ravaged during COVID. There's one in Chicago too called Second City.
That one's a big one.
That's the
where
one
a lot
where
of people started.
on SNL, like all the legends of SNL started at Second City.
Dude,
in Chicago.
oh my god! I was gonna say iconic. One of my top 5 duos of all time has to be David Spade, Chris Farley. Like that has to be one of the best duos of all time.
Well, the thing with stand-up comedy, which is awesome,
Tommy Boy's
bro.
really good.
Stand-up comedy. I mean, they tackle like the hardest. They tackle like the second biggest fear ever, bro. Like standing up and talking in front of all of these people, being on stage in front of everybody, like that's
and entertaining.
And saying you're funny.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. When you say that you're funny, and then
biggest compliment ever.
Yes, and then you're going to try to make people laugh.
For an hour and a half.
Hardest thing.
Like I thought Jerry was gonna give up after like 45 minutes. He went an hour and a half, and it was mostly funny. But Zoe, you said you're getting into stand-up comedy.
Oh my god! My goal for 2024 is to watch every stand-up show on Netflix and do at least a 5-minute set.
Okay.
But like, the only way you can do.
I don't think you need to.
you, bro.
I don't think you need to watch all the stand-ups.
I'm going to.
Don't plagiarize.
It's good. It's
well,
good.
I want to learn.
Then you're Hassan Minaj.
Yeah, I think.
I'm not gonna plagiarize. I just want to see what.
But you don't want to get like cadences or anything like from.
So that's
well, I already kind of watch everyone's like stand-up.
Yeah.
Like Theo Von, I watch anything he releases. I watch, or like every Chris Rock special I've seen. Like I've seen like all the people. So cadence-wise, it's.
What's your like style? Are you self-deprecating? Are you storytelling?
I don't know.
Are you current events?
I think it's hard.
Will you bring up a ventriloquist like Jeff Foxworthy?
Well, like the thing with like
or
stand-up.
Jeff Dunham. That's Jeff Dunham.
That's Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Sorry, guys.
The thing with stand-up is like if you're doing it to make money, then you have to kind of like pursue. For me, it's like I'm not going to make money off doing this.
Never know.
But I would say my style is probably more self-deprecating.
Yeah.
It's like awkward. I want to master the awkward kid. Like the style, that awkward, like uncomfortable kid style.
And you've never been to a New York City comedy club?
No, but the set like next, you should come with us.
I'm down, bro.
Friday, December 8th, I'm making Ronnie, me, and Jack, and I just convinced Kevin. You should come. We're going Friday night. We're gonna go to the club.
It's a great time.
Which one?
Cool.
Two drink minimum.
I want to go to the Comedy Cellar so.
That's the best one. There's another one called The Stand. That's really good.
I saw a couple. There's one like the Gotham, I think was.
Yeah, those are all good. The Comedy Cellar is the one where you're liable to on a not likely. But like Jerry Seinfeld, Chappelle will drop in and workshop.
It's
material.
crazy. But I'm not like for stand up. I've never been like afraid to be on stage. Like I love being on stage. It's just hard to be funny.
I will tell you like
that's the tough
by
part.
yourself.
You watching all the other comics, like just other stuff. It's not about you taking their jokes or like picking their style. I think it's good to see how they control a room.
Yes.
Because when I used to be in some like a speaker training, which I would I needed to do like to be able to stand on stage, and I needed to do like a whole like orientations for a lot of things. So they were like, you need to go to this. You need to watch a lot of stand-up comics because not only do they control their jokes, their sets, but when things are going awry, they never lose their cool, bro. They always control the room. Like even when people try to talk shit to a comic, the funniest thing is when they're like, you're not controlling my room, dude.
Yeah.
And like, I love to see them assert themselves.
Yeah.
And like,
remember that Seinfeld episode where Jerry gets affected by the heckler, and then he
well,
goes.
Why don't I go and heckle you?
And then he goes to her workplace, and he walks in and starts heckling her.
Pinky toe,
dude. Yeah,
she loses her pinky toe.
Yeah.
It's also cool to just like learn like how they tell jokes or their storytelling.
So you got anything or no? I don't put you on the spot.
On me? Well, I already told you the joke that I told at like that 1 minute open mic.
Was it?
that like whenever I go to a weed store is the most intimidated I've ever been because the names of weed are the craziest thing ever. It's like I'm in there and I'm like 17, like with a fake ID, trying to buy like, hey man, can I get some marijuana? And they were like, oh, would you like some Dragon Fist? And I'm like, what the hell is that, man? You guys got a kids menu with like a maze on the back. That's more what I'm interested in. And then I end up leaving with like an $80 pre-roll. And I'm like, all right, dope, man.
That's perfect, bro.
Do you like Andrew Schultz?
Don't like his haircut.
He does have a little strange haircut.
Because he's like
what is he going for there?
He's a big like heckler guy, right?
Yeah.
Like that's he blew up off like engaging with the crowd.
Yes.
But he's good.
I think that's goodbye for you guys.
Sorry, guys.
For you guys out.
Sorry, dudes. Appreciate
that
it.
means you gotta go.
Sorry, guys.
When you hear it, you hear it mid-sentence too. I mean,
mid-sentence.
I mean, Mikey's got no chill.
Nope.
I was really enjoying that too, and
That's crazy.
that's just the way it goes sometimes. You get flushed right
how
out of
it
the
is.
room.
I mean, literally.
Wow.
Paxton sent me some videos too. I wanted to watch them with her. Thought it'd be funny.
Wow. I
guess
actually
not.
respect it. I respect that.
I guess not.
Big
All
time.
so
I love
me
that.
too.
I love that he's
All
doing that.
Yeah.
No,
I like it.
I respect the flush that just happened.
Yeah.
I respect the flush as well.
Yeah.
I respect Zoe is always trying new things though. So
Yes.
I'm interested to see his arc.
He's got a fascinating story. I mean, he's one of like 12 and all homeschooled.
Right.
Like his whole entire life.
Bad on us for not bringing up his life story.
Nah, it's okay.
Right.
People get bored of that stuff.
So what are we up to now? Just playing random videos now? Random video time!
I think we start with something that Joe's... We were telling Joe's yesterday, like, no, you shouldn't click on this link because we want to watch it, fresh.
All right, here we go.
So this was a brunch,
Oh, boy.
I believe.
Oh no.
That took place over Thanksgiving.
Oh god. Well,
that is just it's a new kind of brunch that women are doing.
It's sex.
It's erotica. Where's the food?
I don't know, but they just seem to be having a lot of fun with it.
What the hell is going on?
Yeah.
I think they're slinging dick.
I saw some food. There's a tomahawk steak.
Okay.
Looks like it's covered in chocolate.
Yeah.
Some broccoli.
But
Always
apparently
good to have
this guy is very famous for going to your house and setting up brunches for women.
So it's a sensual brunch.
Yes.
He brings roses out. He grinds on them. Mm-hmm. He shoves bananas down their throats.
Yeah.
So it's a more disrespectful Salt Bae.
Yes.
I like that it's in the privacy of their home, not in public. Look at these guys cleaning up.
It's kind of public.
Whoa!
What
Go back
did
to
I
that-
just see?
That hairy arm.
Can you rewind that?
Is this in Europe?
No!
That screenshot's wild.
Bro, he went down, flicked thy hair. What? You're not just gonna like skate past that. What is going on? Why are you not saying anything?
There's a lot going on. There's a hairy armpit. There's a banana being shoved down the throat.
I feel like the whole chocolate thing is so weird, especially if that's like a before dinner thing.
Let me ask you a
You're
question,
getting it all
bro.
over your clothes. You're gonna sit there with chocolate all over your clothes for the rest of the day?
What is going on?
Let me ask you a question.
I don't mind that it's in their own house. Like they're not doing this out in public. I've been to some crazy brunches in New York City. Nothing like this.
Nothing like this?
Like dancing on tables, like house music in the middle of the day. Like that's like a bottomless mimosa thing.
Yo,
They're taking it to the next level.
Could you imagine you see like your girl like I'm going to brunch and you see your girl there like, excuse me? Oh no, it's just food.
She's like, babe, I'm just going to brunch with the girls.
Bro.
Just going to brunch with the girl. Nothing crazy is gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Hold on, you want to? Here's his Twitter.
What's this Twitter handle? What's the name of their like?
You know
Chef
what?
J.
Yo, Chef J, man.
That right there
Yo,
is
more
nuts.
power to you, Pop. You're doing a great job for you. You hear me?
It's a racket.
That's like that guy that goes around and he massages women intimately. Very.
This is the same guy. I think this is the
What?
same guy. Yeah, this is
No
the same
way.
guy. Dre sent me a whole bunch of videos yesterday from Facebook. He follows him on Facebook.
He's got that market.
You follow him.
Dre follows him on Facebook.
What do you mean?
Follows him on Facebook of all things.
He follows him on Facebook.
On Facebook. What the hell?
Yeah, I guess he's like a party guy. I get it. It's kind of cool.
He's the one that massages them too?
No.
He's a one-stop shop.
Oh, okay.
All right,
I thought it was the same guy.
I thought it was the same guy.
No way.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's
the hair.
It's a great picture to put it on first. You know, people will click on it like, what's going on there? This is him. That's him on his way.
On his way to
the bananas.
I mean, good. Oh, bringing his kids.
On my way to smash your joint.
Good for him, dude. Oh,
tell you what, man. There's a market for everything, man.
There is.
Sensual brunches. Usher. I feel like Usher gets played a lot at these things.
Yeah.
I mean, the food looks good. I'm not gonna lie. The food looks good.
It's like bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
Why doesn't the big guy get any kisses?
Right?
Yeah.
It's fat phobia.
It really is.
I'm sure he's doing something.
Yeah, what goes on once the cameras are not rolling?
Oh my God, that looks pretty good.
I think he's doing a good job. What? Rob, you sound kind of intrigued.
I am.
Where do you think this is?
I would like to attend one of these brunches just to see what happens.
Joez, where do you think this is?
Hey, start throwing bananas down your throat. It's looking crazy.
Rob gets violated at one of them. They pull out Rob's hairy armpit.
No way.
Look at that.
Where do you think this is, Joez?
Atlanta.
That was my first guess.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
That's Atlanta, right? It's Atlanta, for sure.
Make plans. You never think.
Looks like a nice
100%. I know Atlanta when I see it.
Oh my God, dude. It's just the whole banana experience. It's like, this is like the total opposite of the scene in Old School.
Those women are now single.
Like
or not that they're not single. They are probably single.
You think so?
It could be a.
They're in Atlanta.
It could be a bachelorette thing. Even though if my girl went to a bachelorette party and then the video came out of this scene, I'd be pretty. I'd have questions.
I'd be upset if I was in a relationship with.
And then
But what if she was like, Dan, this was my dream. This is what I really wanted for my bachelorette party.
Why?
I would have to ask more questions.
Yeah, there's more questions to ask.
It could be a bunch of single girls. It could be a bachelorette party of single girls. It could be the bachelorette party where the single girls get that treatment, and then the married ones are the ones in the committed relationships, just kind of watching, hanging out.
That's true.
Having a nice little Saturday afternoon, good food.
That's true. That's true.
I think we've exhausted that topic.
That's fine.
I think so as well.
What's next on the docket?
Good for them, though, you know?
Right.
Having some fun.
Good food.
I'm not going to shame you.
All right, this was the video sent from Paxton, actually. She sent it to me. I got it this morning. It's pretty funny.
Pull it up.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Dating in 2023.
I just got one of these. Yo, Jesse, I realized I never got your number last night. I really, really, really want to see you again because shit, last night was fucking awesome. And to be honest, I don't remember too much, but the things that I do remember, if you know what I'm saying, a little bit of fucking everything. Me and the boys, we drank a little bit, and I was like, I gotta fucking come out here. I gotta come back. I've had a lot of girls in my life, but no one's been like you. And I know what you're thinking, oh, you're supposed to say that all the time. I don't. Jesse, I really feel like you and I could be something. The fact that like our bad breath in the morning didn't really fucking matter, you know, we still kissed each other.
That's important.
And it's cuffing season right now. It's the perfect time.
That's
I
true.
just want to spend time with you.
This guy's using every line, every word, every buzzword.
There's that door behind you, bro. I honestly wouldn't say.
The perfect time. Yeah.
Thank you. That
Hold
guy?
on, go.
You got the wrong house, dude. She's that door behind you, bro. I honestly wouldn't say.
Pause it real quick.
Oh, you don't think so?
I'm glad that he had that buffer. He started off okay with some of the stuff he was saying, and then he started saying too much that might end up trying to creep out a girl.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was like, yo, I wouldn't say that, you know, like, that's smart.
Do we think it's real? Never know these days.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know, but
here, ready? Let's keep
see.
going.
honestly wouldn't say any of that to her.
Oh, you don't think so?
I think you might be wasting your time with this girl. She's got dudes coming in and out all the time.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's a dude. Yeah, this is fake.
Well,
there's a dude there?
See the guy come out of the house?
I honestly wouldn't say
No
any
way.
of that to her.
oh, you don't think so?
Let me see.
I think you might be wasting your time with this girl. She's got dudes coming in and out all the time, man.
Well,
I mean, this is fake. It's gotta be, but it's a good skit.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit.
It's a good
It's
bit.
a good skit,
It's a
but
good bit.
I've never
it's
seen
not
the
a-
ring cam confessional setting. So
Right.
people are getting more creative with their videos. They're
Yeah.
trying to trick us every week.
I like that. The tricksters are out there.
We
and
should
they
do
get
that
us.
when we watch a video.
Real
We
or
see
not.
whether we think it's fake or not.
It started off, I was like, all right, okay, he's knocking on the door, it's kind of real. Then it got very scripted.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So this is a woman who had to post about her midday Diet Coke break. You ready?
God. Where are we going with
12 p.m. Need a Diet Coke. Have to have some True Lime. Also gonna grab some True Orange and some True Lemon. This is coming with me.
Dude,
I don't want to watch this video.
This is white girl behavior. Why is she leaving the house?
Hey Google, take me to McDonald's.
Oh,
She has to get a
that
McDonald's.
changes everything. She went to the right place.
Large Diet Coke.
They put something in it, bro.
Look at this. Beautiful.
Of course.
Is Dan
Let me
Rourke
just
here
take a little
today?
sip first before my citrus goes in. So good. I'm gonna do classic.
She takes
True Lemon
one
today.
sip raw dog, and then she adds her condiments.
Stunning.
Did she put sugar?
No,
Do
it's
that.
lime.
Reveal.
That's lime?
Lemon and
So good. Burns so good.
Hold on. Was that Splenda?
no.
It's like a
What's
a
that?
True Lime packet.
Oh, that's a lime. Okay.
I will say this
How
is
infuriating is this though?
it's just weird.
It's weird,
weird.
but McDonald's has the best.
I was gonna say.
Coke. They do. It's contractually obligated for them
No,
to
I
get
know
it.
why. I read a thing on it.
Yeah.
They have different. They use stainless
Different
steel.
syrup?
Stainless steel.
No, that's a contract
Like
they have
vats.
with Coke.
They have like the way they have it in their store and the way that they have it in all their stores. It's held in like a stainless steel thing,
Right.
which makes it more fizzier.
Right,
And the
but
syrup is like holds better. 'Cause
Coke-
clearly, like McDonald's.
they're the only
Coke
ones
is
that are allowed to
unbelievable.
do it.
Yes.
Like
They have something going
Coke allows them. Like they have a partnership together
To look that up.
where it allows them to do that. They're contractually they do that. They've had this contract since forever. That's why it's better there.
And they have those extra wide straws. When you take a
Yeah.
sip, it goes
Those
right
wide
to your
straws,
brain.
they're huge.
It goes right to your brain.
Yes.
The only part I agree about that video was she went to the right place to
Yes,
get the Coke.
that's it.
I was
Everything else
fully
is like
expecting her to just be in her apartment and crack open a DC and just
Yeah.
pour it in her thing, and
A
that's the video.
A DC.
DC with DC.
Dan Canobbio. He just called it a DC
He
because
just
it's
called it a
Dan
DC,
Canobbio.
dude.
I mean,
Coke.
a DC. I've never heard anybody
Never
call
heard
it a
called
DC.
What?
A DC?
Everyone calls it that. Cuisines.
Stop.
No.
A DC?
DC.
Dude, a fresh DC.
No.
Everyone calls it DC.
Dan Rourke says
Let me
Diet
get two
Cock.
DCs, eh?
That's what he says.
Dan Rourke's a big
Is
Diet
Dan
Cock
Rourke
guy.
here? He's a big Diet Cock guy.
Dan Rourke
Diet
is.
what?
Dan Rourke will be here all
Diet.
day and you won't even know. He
Yeah.
like stays in his
Diet-
room and doesn't
Diet
leave.
cock.
That's what he says.
Big Diet Cock fan.
He's a big Diet Cock
Let
fan.
me get
Fresh
a
DC. Everyone says DC.
Yeah. Hey,
And
would
me and you have lived two different lives.
Would you guys ever like this guy as your swimming instructor? Ready?
You want to scuba?
What are we doing here?
Whoa. I don't think he's teaching her how to swim.
She's going under.
I think he's got her pregnant.
They have no shame. There's people all around. There's a guy and a kid in a freaking float.
But it's like,
What is Yo! What is this?
I don't know.
Bro, just rent a pool.
But it's like she straddles him
Just go up to your room.
to
Yeah,
kick.
I'm gonna be honest. That this is why as I've gotten older, I'm more out on pools.
Yeah.
But you never know if you're gonna see some fornication.
I'm
happen.
more open to the beach, and I'm more out on pools.
You don't think people be doing that in the ocean?
Of course they do, but it washes away.
You ever poop
There's
in the
marine
ocean?
life.
You ever poop in the ocean?
Never
No,
pooped.
no,
Every
no,
time I
no,
go in the ocean, I pee.
pee yet, but you can poop in the ocean and the ocean water will clean
just
you.
Evaporates you.
Oh,
it does it?
You don't have to wipe.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm going to the bathroom and I walk into the ocean to pee.
In a public pool.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Shit in the ocean?
I don't want to hear what you just said.
If you shit in the ocean, the salt water, it does something to.
That's not.
Clean it up.
That's not how that works.
Look it up.
You ever see a horse shit at a wedding?
Google it. No, can't say I have.
Well, now you have.
That's me in the ocean.
Bro,
this is nuts. Shows you actually found this yesterday.
You found this one. It's
this
like,
is insane,
dude, he's leaving a lot. He's leaving a healthy trail.
Oh my God. Can you imagine that being your wedding?
And the DJ's like, excuse me, everyone, dessert is served.
Here's some clumps nuggets.
That lady just stepping right over it.
Bro, those are big shits.
There was some comment. Didn't you post this on your Twitter? And someone was like, dude, it's clearly never been to medieval times.
Yeah, medieval times. The horses do this all the time. It's like, bro, you go to medieval times and expect it because it's like, okay, fine, it's there. And I'm still separated from the horse. You're at a wedding.
You're at a wedding. You don't expect to see a horse, number one. But you should know, if you do bring a horse, there's a pretty good chance it's going to shit all over the place. Probably nervous. Probably realize, like, oh, this is probably a great place. I'm used to shitting outside on the sidewalk or in the middle of nowhere.
His lovely hooves are on that brand new marble for the first time.
Yeah, he's
probably
thinking,
a little cold,
yeah,
you
super
know?
comfortable.
Like, not in his right element.
Plop,
I mean,
plop,
jeez.
Plop, 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 plop.
In that spot, I've lived here in New York City. You know, born, raised here. I've never ridden in those
Handsome
carts.
Carrot, they're rip-off, number one.
Oh,
yeah, they're super rip-off.
Like $50 a minute.
I've never ridden, bro, but it's just, I could already imagine you're just smelling shit the whole time.
It's another Seinfeld thing. Rusty.
Who's doing that?
Oh, we got to figure out a way to get this in. This.
Well, all right. I just figured I'd play it. But this guy, you sent this the last night or this morning, I think. Yeah, this is going to be the last one.
Well, no, there's one more, of course. We got to get the dog in.
No dog.
Guys, we got to get the dog. I need to see the dog before this ends. Guys.
No dog today.
We got to get the dog in.
No dog today.
What's his name? Kiku? What is it? All right. Well, this is a man who just happens to just somehow go, what would you say, Dan? Jamaican?
Doesn't look Jamaican, but he went with some type of Jamaican flow.
Okay. Big bomber class before busting on me head. A sexy girl says she want to give me head. When me fuck pussy turn red. Gymnastic. No, the pussy. Big bomber class before busting on me head.
Okay, Rasta guy. Now there are, I'm gonna be honest, there are Jamaicans that are as light skinned as him. I don't know if he is. He might be.
Someone said he looks like he's rapping, which was I know it doesn't make sense, but it looks like. He's also like expending like so much energy. He's sweating. Every vein's popping out. The caption was amazing. Just ate some jerk chicken.
Big time. Big time.
I've seen this all over TikTok. I've seen it all over. Lou Dab. Thank you, Lou.
Lou Dab.
Is there any reactions to that?
Not with these Jamaican colors, you're not.
Yeah.
Bro, listen.
I
don't know. Maybe he's the next Busta Rhymes.
Well, I need to know more about that guy. Like we learn stuff about
probably,
all these people, but we don't
Jamaican, bro.
Don't really want to know. You see, Jamaican like Chet Hanks is Jamaican.
Well, it's like whenever these sort of things come out, I feel like it's like the Island Boys. Remember those guys? And it's like then someone does a deep dive into him, and it's just like, oh.
There's a term for that. It happened with Ken Bone. Remember him?
Ken Bone.
During the 2016
the election.
Everyone's like, oh, I love Ken Bone. He's such a nice guy. They spotted him at the election. And then they went and read into it. He had like weird backstory.
It's almost like you're like disguising yourself in like.
There's a term for it. Like when you go and search someone that becomes an overnight sensation.
Oh.
Oh, that's a Sopranos meme.
Yeah.
Sounding like Sean Paul. Sean Paul and Sasha.
Just had some jerk chicken.
Yeah. He's disguising himself.
When me my fuck me pussy red. It's just like, what are you talking about?
He went to that brunch.
Yeah.
He went to that brunch.
He was with Chef Jay.
Chef Jay. All right, everyone.
Good stuff.
That was a great episode. Paxton joined.
Oh, look.
We had
no
Zoe
dog
here. No dog.
No dog.
They look like it's dancing to the music. Go up to that.
Yeah, it is.
I like that. Look at them. It's like right in unison. Thank you for watching JM Live. Rob Scirocco did a great job. Mikey, Rotunno, Dre, Freeman.
Woo!
Everyone behind the scenes. For Joez McFly, I'm Dan Canobbio.
Stay swaggy, y'all.
See you at that brunch.